nearly 300 times.
300 episodes you've done? Or what are you saying?
I've released like over 270.
Okay.
But I did a few. I did a few before I started releasing them. I did maybe like 10.
Warm up ones
10 before my first episode.
with your lady and your son and stuff.
Well, no, it was like buddies.
Oh,
and, bro, I don't know what I did with them.
Did I do one of those warm up ones?
Maybe because it was in my garage.
In your garage at your house,
dude.
when you live by the water.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy because I don't know what happened.
So
to
those didn't get. I think I did. Fuck, dude.
Maybe yeah. It did get released. It
One
was
of them
like
got released.
episode like 30 or something.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, because that was when I had the table and the backdrop. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy like how far it's
You had
come.
all the hardware in that garage as well as just like a car part, like everything just in that garage.
For sure, dude. No, I didn't have any of Downstar stuff there.
Oh, okay.
It was
you had it. Yeah, you had it at the shop or at the shop.
So
or it was upstairs or.
At that time, I think I might have had the shop already.
Yep.
But before the shop, it was at that house. I
Yeah.
had a spare room.
Yeah.
And that's where we used to work out of, which is crazy, bro. That was 2016.
Yeah.
So anything 16 and prior was all done out of the bedroom, dude. And like, I had already done some stuff by 2016, you know, but there was a time where like some of the guys were coming from Japan, they were coming from SEMA. Oh, I want to come by.
Yeah, and you're like, no, it's my bedroom.
It's my home. Shoes off.
Yeah.
I remember Yama came, dude. And we were making his kits, and he's an older man, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'm about to take a nap, dude.
He just
he does not at all.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I think we had went to go eat at Toppers, the pizza place. So I think he was like already in pizza coma, dude. You ready to go? Are you good? We're here, guys. We're here. We're living life. We're loving life. We're back with Rywire.
What's up? Been a little while since we potted, huh?
Yeah, dude. The infamous. Can I call you the infamous?
If you want to.
I like that because it makes it sound dangerous. Dude.
Okay. I mean, there's an aspect of danger.
For sure.
Yeah.
Gallon a day.
Yeah, that's good. Are you doing that challenge thing?
No, I've done it 2 times already, and it's literally like
that's hard.
Torture.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's
because you actually have to work out.
Yeah.
For me, I think reading the book, I think I wouldn't be able to do.
Really?
I like the last time I read it. I mean, I don't read, dude. In school, I would just like copy things and.
What about Goosebumps? Haunted Mask.
I don't remember. I know what it is. I don't.
You never read it?
I didn't read that.
Carly Beth. You never read it? Okay.
So I've never actually read a book. I don't think.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's super weird.
My wife like reads like a book a night almost sometimes.
Really?
Well, she'll just like get into it, and then I'll like wake up at 2 a.m. I look over, and she's like still reading a book.
Just right there.
She's like, I can't get out of this. This is such a good story.
Oh, those horny ass books, dude. My
know,
wife
maybe.
too. I'll flip to the page. I'm like, what? His swollen member. I said, what are you reading, babe?
Okay.
Nah, but Ashley, she reads. She's in a book club.
Oh.
Bro. And she'd be stressing like our meeting's coming up, and I have this much. And bro, she reads like thick ass.
I would be like, okay, I'll watch the movie. Like that's me. I don't know. Maybe I would be like way smarter if I just read some books, man.
There's room for improvement for everybody,
right?
You know,
right?
There's that guy Ben Baller, right? I would listen to his podcast, and he's like wildly successful, but he's like a fucking dickhead, bro. And I'm just like, damn, I wonder if you weren't a dickhead, like how successful, how much more. And it just, if I was more of a dickhead, would I be more successful?
Yes.
Would I be less?
I think so.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it just seems like that's the formula. If you look at really successful business people, I mean, I don't want to say this just as, but the general from an outsider that I don't feel like I'm enough of a dickhead to be that successful. I feel like, those guys they just step over everyone to get to the top, and that's how they get to the top, and that's how they're like amazingly, wildly successful.
Yeah.
Because they just use, the stepping stones and the people that help them, and they just continue to step on top of.
For sure.
That's what it seems like. I mean, I could be totally wrong, outsider perspective on that, but that's what it kind of seems like, at least.
Definitely. And personally, like my home base, the people who matter the most are my wife, my son, and my daughter.
Of course.
And that's it. Nobody comes before then.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that I'm shitting on everybody else.
Right.
To build my legacy or what have you, because I personally feel like once you start doing bad things, then like bad things start to happen to you.
Yeah, you can go down that road for sure.
And it could be that I'm just making that up in my head, but I feel like I gotta live by some sort of principles, even if it's not like the society principles. It's like principles that I have with myself.
For sure.
Like I always say, like I don't even like kill any sort of bugs or animals or nothing anymore, especially like if they don't need to be killed.
Right.
Like I'll see a spider, and before my wife sees it, I'll like, go hide, dude, go. Before I kill them, or I'll like trap them and then throw them outside.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I just feel like I don't want to disturb anybody else's livelihood.
Yeah.
Like from me just being a dick or scamming somebody, or just,
Yeah, I mean, I've had like times where I've had people email and stuff like that, and I'm like, listen, I don't want to even take your money until the transaction is done, or whatever the case may be. Or if I take it early, I'm like, listen, I ain't going anywhere. Like, look, like, you would read all kinds of horror stories about me at this point, because I've done hundreds of thousands of transactions at this point. So, I'm definitely not, here to screw you over with your $1,000 purchase or something like that. Like, but I'm just thinking, like, in general, like the big companies and their like big business moves, is I'm more thinking like where they would step on the smaller companies or smaller people. But yeah, I mean, like, messing over your customers is definitely not where anybody's head should be at. That's for sure.
Yeah, but then I see people that are still thriving, and they go from industry to industry, and you just hear the same stories. There's just a trail of them from decades, and you're like, fuck, how is this dude just still? Maybe he's just about his shit. I'm like, yeah, I jacked you, so what the fuck? What are you gonna do?
Not to like bring up whatever, but the person, let's not name his name again, but the person you just named, does he have a bad reputation? Because I know who you're talking about, but I don't know anything.
It's funny because I don't know if you do know who I'm talking about, because there's a few that I know who I'm talking about.
No, the B.
Yes, okay, yeah. So
is he not?
Just the things that I've heard personally, nothing that I've seen, but just things that I've heard. Like things that when your name comes up or when my name comes up, there's always those things that are tagged behind him.
Right.
That like, yeah, he never done me bad. I don't have any problem with him. But if I was to do like a business transaction, I probably wouldn't.
Dot your I's, cross your T's, make it super official if you did.
Yeah, for sure. And that's how everything should be. But with some people, like if I did business with you, it'd be, okay, that's your word, that's what you said. Hey, it is what it is, because this is Ryan.
Yeah.
And, somebody like that wouldn't. But then you think like, man, they have something, because they're able to go from community to community and thrive.
Yeah.
I've seen this individual thrive in multiple different demographics of cars. So you have to think like there's something there.
Yeah. And I actually just had a recent situation. I won't like get into it too terribly much, but I just really need to kind of safeguard myself, and I kind of learned it, I guess you could say, the hard way. I just did like a verbal agreement with a guy that I've been doing business with for a really long time, but he's not like the shot caller. He's not the head boss of this company, but he's the guy I've been dealing with for a long, like I'm talking 7 years. And finally it's like onesie twosie electrical jobs, whatever the product is, it is what it is. But doing that work with them every year, we would like do something with them, and it was always successful. And you know, repeatedly after 7 times, you're like, cool, easy, right? Then it turned into a commitment of, let's do 10 pieces, get a whole thing going. Cool, okay, I'm into it. So I'm laying the groundwork, and I'm doing all these things behind the scenes, because I told this guy like a realistic time frame is unfortunately 6 months, you know, and he's like, didn't like that answer, but I'm like, you're not gonna like find anything faster. I'm like, the sooner we start, the sooner we get this going, dude. 6 months, it's gonna feel like 3, you know.
Yeah,
like,
for
it's
sure.
like, and I didn't tell him like I'm gonna be ordering stuff, making testing products, like doing all these things in the background, so that when we actually like land and we're ready and our feet are on the ground, like, and we go, it's gonna be like, when it's 3 months away, like it'll be 3 more months, like that's it, you know. I don't have to like go, oh, I'm sorry, 1 more month. That's not going to happen, because I've planned accordingly, and that 6 months is already like, I might be able to do it in 5, but I just want to call it 6 because I want to exceed your expectations, and I haven't asked him for any money yet. And then all of a sudden it was like, I was like, hey, can we go? Like, I'm going to send you an invoice and we're going to kind of start going here. He's like, I need to call you. I've been putting this off for a long time, and we went with a different route. And I'm like, dude. And I was pissed, right?
Yeah.
I called him. I'm like, yo, this relationship can go 3 ways. It's gonna be like, we never talk again, like a bad breakup. I'm like, I can send you an invoice and you can pay me for my time. Or what was the other option? Oh, the other option was, you can go, okay, sorry, let's squash it, let's start over, and let's get it done.
Yeah.
Because I'm 3 months away from getting a product going.
So you were already in 3 months.
I was already in 3 months. I've already, you know, put like 10,000 or however many thousands of dollars was already out of pocket with it, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's just like, well, I mean, bro, I didn't tell you to, like, we didn't officially, there was no invoice or anything. I'm like, yeah, because we've been working together for 7 years, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we've been good. And
Yeah.
now all of a sudden it's just like, oh, nope, sorry, went somewhere else. And yeah, somebody else swooped it.
Oh no, dude.
And I was like, damn.
So it's just
Gone. I said, so I was pissed, and, you know, had my words, and I said, I'll give you 7 days to figure it out and get back to me. And
damn, like the ring, dude. You told him
Yeah.
you got 7 days before that phone rings.
if that phone doesn't ring in 7 days,
I'm coming out the TV.
Yeah. No, I said, you know, 7 days I'll give you to call me back and say, you know what, sorry, let's keep going, or whatever. I'll just assume if 7 days go by, then I don't need to talk to you anymore. We're done, you know. And he's like, oh, if I see you at, like, you know, out in the wild in an event, I want to be able to like say what's up to you. And I'm like, no. That's it, bro. This is like right? I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna fucking turn around the other direction and walk away. Like, sorry. Like,
as much as maybe you would assume that I can do that, like, that shit's hard for me, bro. Because I've seen some dude, like, recently that I had a relationship with him forever, bro. And like, then I heard some shit down the grapevine. I was like, man, I ain't fucking with this dude. And then I seen him and he's coming to say what's up to me. And I said what's up to him. Because, like, I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. Like, nah, fuck you, bro. Because it's hard for me to go from, if I don't like you, it's up. Let's fucking fuck you, get the fuck away, you know?
Yeah.
And I'd rather just be like, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, I hope all is well.
yeah,
and then keep it moving.
It's the path of least resistance. But also, dude, like, you know, all these people that aren't from Los Angeles,
Yeah.
they always say LA people are fake. And maybe that's why they think LA people are fake. So
Yeah.
I don't want to be fake either. So that's why I told this dude straight up. I'm like, if I see you, I'm just gonna turn around and walk the other way. I'm not
I
gonna
love it.
I'm not gonna like say what's up to you just because, you know. But time heals, you know.
For sure, it does. And people need to realize the mistakes that they made on their end.
Yeah.
And I know that guy probably knew that what he was doing was a fucked up thing.
Yeah, but also
doing.
I do have to know that on the flip side that he's not making the decisions.
So he's in a hard spot.
He's in a hard spot.
Damn.
But I told him, I'm like, hey, you need to, let's make this right, you know. But
Yeah.
anyway, so
You know what's funny, dude? Is that I remember that we were at the Hoonigan one time. We were there
when we had our
like,
Civics
for like a meet. I don't know
it
what
was
we
a
drove.
meet.
It was a meet. No, it wasn't that. It was
Okay.
for a meet.
Yeah.
And we met there, and there was a guy standing too close to your Porsche.
Oh. No, I'm notorious for that. You know why? Because I'm traumatized, bro.
Really?
At SEMA this last year, when I took the 2 electric cars that we'll talk about later, somebody stole my Wiggins clamp off, because you could just pop those off, dude. They're like quick, you pop them off, and it's $80.
Yeah.
And then the other car, I went to the other car. It was the same day. It was Friday, because it's kind of like open to
the public.
And somebody else fucking tried to take it off and dropped it down onto the floor, and I recovered that one. But dude, like,
that's not cool,
come on,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Be touching my stuff. And I was just thinking about, like, oh man, my steering wheel, if you know how to take it off, you could pop that shit off, and it's like $2,500 just
Yeah, for sure.
walk away. So that's why I am. Well, go ahead and tell the story about the 911.
So we were there, and then
I don't
was
remember
some,
this.
You don't?
Not specifically.
There were some guys. Your Porsche was parked pretty much in the front, and then there were some guys standing right next to him. They're close, and then you said, "It's like, hey, can you guys scoot over a little? Like, you're too close to the car."
Yeah.
And they're just like, "Oh, all right." And then you said some shit like, "Hey, you didn't hear me," or something. And what's fucking funny, dude, is like that. I don't know if you know him. It was that guy Finding Nick. He's like, I had him on the podcast before. He's like a huge fucking YouTuber.
Funny.
That was him back in the day.
Yeah.
But I didn't remember it until like
wasn't my car was
on.
It was in the front, but it was on the street.
It was on the street.
I remember now.
Yep. And I was like, that's funny, because like I would want to do that, but there's something in me that's just like to not do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. I think it's like, for a lot of things with me is I've changed direction so much that I need to find a happy medium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, you already know where that's going. Like, you've been down that path, and you might be upset for the rest of the day. So then you got to go, is this worth it to be upset for the rest of the day?
For sure.
Right? But and then I try to just kind of weigh it out in my head, and if I like, sometimes I'm quick because I'm just like maybe I'm in a mood, I'm moody at that moment.
Yeah.
Right? And then I snap a little bit or something, and yeah, that sucks. I would love to be better at that, but at the same time, like, you can look at it 2 different ways. Like, that's perfectly justified. Like, have you seen? There was this video of this, like, it was like a I don't remember what kind of car it was. It was in like Dubai or something, and it was like a $3 or $4 million car, and there was a family, and there was like 2 little kids, the wife and the dad. And they were like, the car was dirty. Like, it was super dirty. Like, I don't remember what it was, like an Aston, I don't know. It's like, it was a multi-million-dollar vehicle for sure. And they were like drawing like hearts and like their names and shit in the dust.
On the paint?
On the paint.
Oh no.
And then the lady was laying on the car and taking pictures and all this stuff. And this guy was just filming it like, I don't know what I should do right here. Like, this isn't my car, but what the freaking hell is going on here? And he's just like, this is crazy. And they're like writing and doing like literally they're just going all around it like it's just a chalkboard.
Yeah.
And they're just writing things all over the car.
Yeah.
And then, dude, people have no concept, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? And if it's a car that you hand built yourself, right? Or to me, that car, even though it's worth a few $100,000, which is a lot of money, it's all relative.
Yeah.
I'm not rich.
Yeah, for sure.
I bought that car when it was on sale.
Yeah.
Back when it was $100,000, I ate top ramen for a long time to afford that car.
Really?
I sold my NSX that I probably profited like $20,000 on, rolled that over a bit, I like really, I stretched myself to get that car for sure. And that was 7, 10, I don't know, 11 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember when I first saw it. It was when I was meeting you to pick up a radiator, and you were in like in, I don't know, the valley or some shit.
Okay.
Like that, eating with a bunch of dudes.
Okay.
And that's why I saw you pull up, and then it was the brakes. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. But, those are like race brakes that they squeak like that.
Yeah.
But was that like the biggest purchase that you ever made at that time?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, no. My condo.
Okay, got you.
My condo I bought, I'm just thinking about this, like I'm really bad at like time and dates and stuff, but I bought right when I moved to LA, maybe a year and a half later, I bought like a little condo. It was like 300K. It was an awesome deal.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, but it
Damn.
was in Santa Ana, like kind of a rough area. But it was like a brand new build and it was close enough to my shop, so I was like, cool, bought that, and that was probably the biggest purchase
Yeah.
at that point. And then the 911.
Do you feel like you would buy any other, like an exotic or anything like that?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I think I would rather build something cool and
Gotcha.
spend the money and time on that versus just buying like, I mean, if money was no option and I was actually like just killing it, then yeah, maybe I would buy like something really interesting, like maybe something old. Like I don't want to say like an F40, but like something like that, you know?
Countach or something like that?
I mean, I honestly kind of think the Countach is a little ugly.
Really?
It's got its look and I respect it, but it wasn't my, like, you know how everybody's like dreams about this photo on the wall as a kid.
Yeah.
That was not my photo on the wall.
What was it? What'd you have paint your room like right now?
Oh dude, I
What'd you
had
have, dude?
skating and surfing stickers all over my room, and my room was crazy. It was like an old attic that my dad, the house was 1885 when it was built.
No way.
It was like the first stucco house north of the Mississippi.
What the
I
hell?
mean west. I'm like completely north because the Mississippi
North
runs
of
on-
Bakersfield.
No, like it was like
What the
it was a real like prototype kind of thing.
Yeah.
For the West Coast.
Yeah.
So west of the Mississippi, it was like the first stucco home or something like that, or whatever something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm butchering it a little bit, but it was a Victorian house, 1885, and my dad inherited it from his parents, and then he renovated the whole thing, and so he had like taken the attic and like made it a whole upstairs, and I had all these different angles at my bedroom. Like you could stand, and I'm only like 5'2", right? Right, but I could still like hit my head on the ceiling in certain areas, and then it would kind of like, it was a really claustrophobic room. It was
my
very
gosh.
interesting, but I had a bunch of windows, so it was neat. And you walk in, you're like, oh, this is very interesting. And then I had like stickers just all over the walls.
Like skateboarding stickers?
Skateboard, surfing, rollerblading, all that stuff. It was in Monterey, Pacific Grove specifically. It was 106 19th Street. So if anybody ever drives by Pacific Grove,
That's it.
it's a really unique little house.
Yeah.
And there's all these little homes down these streets, and they're like these mini little like Victorian homes.
Oh, wow.
And so my dad renovated it, and he made it all mid-century modern. He like did an extension, and he did floor to ceiling glass, and he did like clear story windows all around. So he like modernized. It's almost like nowadays when you take a historic home and then you just have like a glass box connected to it. It was like the same style. If this was like the 70s, 80s, it would have been super modern looking at the time.
You know what I always wanted is like in the living room, like the pits where they walk
Oh, yeah.
down.
Yep.
Bro, that would be so cool, dude.
Yeah, it's cool until you have to get a custom piece of furniture made for that. Really expensive couch if you get it all custom inlaid. Like,
Yeah.
but it was super neat.
And then like that orange, real furry carpet, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's like
The shag carpet.
Dude, where it
Orange,
just
huh?
in the wind.
Yeah.
The carpet just in the wind,
Yeah.
dude. That would be cool. And the cigarettes inside. Dude. You would have to smoke cigarettes
Built-in ashtrays in that custom couch.
inside.
It would be like the little pop-out ashtrays on the ends.
Just hit it real hard, dude.
Yeah.
Pop up. Imagine smoking on a plane.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. Like if you're talking about like 1990.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's go fresh pack. We're about to fly out.
Yeah.
We just walk to the plane right now.
The smoking section.
Yeah.
And then the whole plane's smoking section.
The whole thing, you're just hotboxing.
Yeah.
Dude, some Marlboro.
Because where's it gonna go?
Nowhere.
There's no
dude.
ventilation.
That's some bullshit. There's no ventilation, especially back then, dude.
They don't have like circulatory systems with filters.
Yeah, just like the little ashtray, and they're like, it'll stay in there. You just
Yeah,
put it in there.
I know.
Put it in there.
Just blow down instead of up or out, or it's gonna like make a difference. It's not.
When I used to work at Best Buy, I'd do installs. People would be smoking in their cars.
Yeah.
And they have like that cup.
Yeah.
Where it's like a funnel.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like,
Yeah, so you don't. It's easier to not miss
Yeah.
because you're driving, so you need a little bigger hole to put your.
disgusting, bro.
Dude, you know what's a trip though? when I used to like do these tear down harnesses when I was like in college, I would go, send me your engine harness, whatever. Bro, when I opened the box, I could tell if you were a smoker or not.
That's crazy.
I would
dude.
open a box that was shipped to me with your car's wiring harness that's in the engine bay. Right? Think about that.
Yeah.
And then I open up this box and I'm like, somebody's fucking Marlboro Reds, you know,
my
like
God,
literally
bro.
you smell the cigarettes on the wiring harness.
And then those houses where you like somebody moves out, they die or whatever, and you're
Yeah.
just taking off the picture frames, and there's just stains.
Yeah, all the stains.
That's nasty, dude. But smoking looks so cool though, bro. Like if it's a nice cold night
Yeah.
and you're chilling outside and just like a meat or something like that, I would love to just like just fucking pack the fuck out of one, dude. And
Did
just,
you
like,
ever smoke at all?
just when I would drink,
Okay.
I would bum a cigarette. I've probably smoked 15 to 20 my whole life.
15, 20 cigarettes or 15, 20 packs?
20 cigarettes.
Oh,
15 to
that's
20
nothing.
Yeah,
That's
nothing,
nothing.
you know. So I got enough lung to like destroy it. I could start smoking now.
Yeah.
And by 50 stop.
Okay.
And have like a good 10-year run of just like Fonzie living, bro. Like, I'm out of here, bitch, and slam the door and fucking jump on the hog, and I'm fucking, hey, you guys seen Frank lately, dude? What's wrong with him? He just wears leather and he's just like so mean.
Binge smoking cigarette, chain smokes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He just chills and smokes all day. I love it, dude. I never went through that like path in life.
Yeah.
Where you know people that they always like, damn, I came back from that. You know, I never
You never
went there.
was even on that path.
Never, dude. Like,
Yeah, I wasn't either.
which is it bums me out, bro, because I feel jealous. Because it's like, yeah, fucking Tim, he was hooked on crack for 20 years, and now
Look at
he's
him
doing.
now.
Look at him, he's so good. And I'm like, I wasn't even on crack, and I've been hustling my ass. Give me
Yeah.
some fucking credit, you know. Well, you weren't on crack. Fuck you, you know. Like I think if I did like heroin or something,
Yeah.
that would spice up my story a lot.
I mean, it would change the dynamics a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then I don't want to do that. I want to do like, I want the whole world to know that
Yeah.
I'm like on meth, but
Yeah.
still be able to be like, you know, at home and having a good time with my kids. And,
Dude, what if
you know,
wait, you know the year that you remember we were in Shibuya and then they like you like almost got fucking busted for having
the CBD
that
drops.
CBD?
Yeah,
Was that 19?
that was 19. No, that was 20.
Oh, it was 20.
It was January
So,
20.
Could you imagine if you got locked up and then the fucking shit shut down? And then you got trapped in Japan for 4 years?
Now that is a fucking. Now that's a turn of events.
That could happen though.
I kind of felt like we were walking downtown in Shibuya, and then they stopped us for some reason. They just stopped us.
No, I remember they stopped us because they said this is a dangerous area.
Yeah, and I said,
And
bitch, where?
I'm like, you think it's a dangerous area because of
Well,
us?
yeah.
We're the danger.
This is, dude. So then I had CBD drops, and I think it was because I was so confident.
Yeah.
That she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she
But,
asked
like,
you what it was. Like,
yeah, it like moved so fast that it didn't even click to her.
Yeah.
Like, damn, this might be a substance, which it probably
yeah,
was.
for,
but it,
as far as they're concerned, I think it was.
But it was just straight CBD. There was no like THC
Mm.
in it. But still, I don't even know if that shit's legal.
I don't
you
think
know?
it is.
But I would have been like, I know Yasu. Get the fuck out. And he would have broke me out of jail or something.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
that. Yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. I've like I stopped drinking in 2010.
Okay, yep. I remember.
Like,
I remember before 2010 when you were wilding out.
Oh yeah,
at like in
At
like
Import
Tennessee
Alliance.
or whatever.
Yeah, Import Alliance. Yeah, living life, dude. That's
Yep.
crazy, bro. I always say this. You know Sean Bradford.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
He's killing it right now. He first, I think that's like when he met his wife, and I think I told his wife like, I want to dance with you like they did in the Titanic. And then the next day I'm like, oh hey, nice to meet you. Like, well, we met you last night.
You're like, I was not there last
Oh man, yeah, but had to change my ways. I don't even be smoking, dude.
night. Okay.
Yeah,
Really?
you're talking maybe once a week
Okay. That's
now. And like I've been smoking this old ass bag of fucking dust ass weed. It looks like shit my dad used to smoke back in the day.
Why?
Why am I smoking
Because
that?
that's what's left.
Yeah,
Or-
that's what's
okay.
left. And I feel like, you know, if I buy another ounce or something, it's just like keep
You're
feeling
gonna,
like
yeah.
if somebody gives it to me, cool,
Yeah.
I'll just have it and smoke every once in a while. But it was like a thing I was smoking every night, and it'll be like, okay, hey, I'm gonna go smoke real quick. It's like 6, and then come in all fucking high and shit.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't want to set that example for my son. Just
Yeah,
like
because he's old enough now to like really kind of take cues on what you're doing.
for sure. And I want to take anything away from my life that is a crutch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
So what's up with that Phil's coffee right
That's
there?
it. That's the fucking little tiny
Yeah.
Tim crutch. That's the
Yeah.
only one I got.
Okay.
But
how often do you drink coffee? Every morning?
every
or what?
day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Same
You're
here.
maybe two to 3 cups.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A day. But I've been doing intermittent fasting.
Okay.
So since end of April,
Yeah.
to this day, 16-hour gaps in between eating.
Wow.
So
So then do you just like skip breakfast? Is that your?
yeah.
Okay.
So
That's why
like,
you ate so much at lunch right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So say yesterday, I had lunch maybe about 2, and then I'm on my way home about 6, and then Ashley's like, "Hey, do you want to go on a run after work?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." And she's like, "Okay, well, I'm making dinner right now. Do you want to eat now or later?" So I got to do my math. I'm like, "Well, if I eat now, right now, then I can eat again in the morning. I'm coming to Ryan. I don't know what time we're gonna lunch and doing math, and then I can't eat and then just go run." So then last
Right.
night I was just like, you know, I'm just not gonna eat.
Oh.
So then I woke up this morning, and then on the way here I stopped at Noah's Bagel and then
Okay.
at Phil's and
Yeah.
got a sandwich and got a drink.
Okay.
And then I'll probably eat again tonight, but like from whatever 7 on, you know, it's been helping a lot
Yeah.
because
But after a run, isn't it kind of good to eat? Like, technically?
probably, yeah, probably. We did like 8 miles last night.
Wow.
And it probably would be, you know, but that's like the only thing I consume when I'm on this fasting is black coffee.
Okay.
Water and black coffee.
Got you.
So when I finish a run, I like to do like an electrolyte pack,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to mix those with like a seltzer water.
Okay.
Those taste really good.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, I'm chilling. So it's like I put myself through these like tortures.
Liquid IV is the same thing, right?
I believe so.
Like that's
yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay, so you put that in
as those.
seltzer water.
Put that in seltzer water.
okay.
Yeah. So I
Sounds kind of good.
put the water, put the powder, and then you pour it slow because
Does
it
does it
fizzes
fizz?
a
Okay.
lot. So you don't want to like just fucking
Yeah.
dump it in
Then
there.
you're making a bomb.
Yeah. Dude, when we worked at Best Buy, we would get gasoline and styrofoam and put little by little by little and mix it until it came to a paste, dude. And if you light it up, it just like fucking
Really?
pasty like.
Styrofoam, because it absorbs it. and
I
then it-
guess so. If
Oh.
you just keep mixing it, dude,
Yeah.
it like dissolves it and then turns into more paste and
Okay.
paste. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we used to do all kinds of crazy shit there, dude. Besides like work.
Besides work, yeah.
Yeah. We used to like sell stock stereos.
Oh yeah.
That
I think
was a
you
big thing.
did you mention that in a podcast
Yeah,
or something?
yeah,
I was
yeah,
listening
yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd pull the pullouts, and
Yeah.
then sometimes they'd be worth it, or if somebody needs a factory you want to put back in or something. eBay, huh?
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. I
mean,
didn't have to do that.
I did all that. It's extra money.
Yeah.
I used to do that at the golf. I used to work at a golf course in Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
And I just like would anything that I could sell, bro.
Why not?
Whatever I can get. If somebody gave me something, or I would buy things for cheap, or I'd find find golf balls or find fucking clubs or whatever.
Yeah.
And if they're in the lost and found, and you could put your name on it, whatever, you take it, slang that shit on eBay. You could make it. You go to work and you find something for $100 and you get paid like less than $100. It's like super worth it because you're more than
Yeah.
doubling your wage, and it's all like under the table because eBay used to not have taxes. You don't have to pay taxes back in the day. Now, trip out, dude. Fucking eBay. If you sell some used shit, you get taxed on it.
Really?
That's wild.
not
to
like
me.
a fee?
No, like you pay taxes on, like you buy something and then you sell it, and you're paying taxes all along the way.
Yeah.
You just got to pay. It used to not be like that.
Yeah, sometimes you just wake up and start paying money, dude.
I know.
You know, that shit's whack,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, they say like the best way to make money is to make money while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
But if you're losing money while you're sleeping, then that's even worse.
Bro, like, you ever met those people that two and two just doesn't click? Like,
Mhm.
oh shit, Ryan, he's throwing away this helmet. Like, I'll take that helmet and just sell it.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't have that, dude.
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy.
Oh,
bro.
like that mind.
Yeah, where do you think
thought,
that comes from?
I think it was just being like thirsty for to get by when I was young. Same thing with you, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like I didn't have like I mean I knew a lot. Like my cousin was relatively well off, sort of, but he his school where he it was all like rich LA people, like LA kids, like from like private school and stuff like that. So they had money. Like famous people were in his the kids of famous people in his school and stuff. And like man, I would just see these people like don't have to lift a finger.
Yeah.
So if you don't have to lift a finger, you don't care about that used
sure.
helmet that's $30 on eBay. $30 is like nothing.
For sure.
But if you're like going to work all day and you go on and you make like $60 at work all day, and then you come up on something that's $100,
Yeah.
and all you got to do is just post it on eBay and figure it out, and you make $100, it's like kind of a no-brainer.
For sure. But some people, they just don't even get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro, that's not even just basic to me. That's just like survival.
Yeah,
just
but
to do things like that.
On the flip side, I feel like I don't really get like social media, you know? And then now kids or, people that apply themselves, they could do great on it.
Yeah.
Right. And then I feel like I kind of missed that. Like I don't know how to capitalize off of that very well.
So let's talk about it, because I seen that you've been posting a lot about the
Okay.
S2000.
Yeah.
FK8 swap.
Yeah.
That you just did.
Mhm.
You were doing a build series on it.
Yeah.
And I saw you active.
So yeah, let me tell you a little bit of backstory of that.
Yeah.
I feel like I definitely missed the punch on when I built the two EV Civics. And that's like a whole can of worms in itself. But the reason I definitely felt like I missed some opportunity with that in teaching people and, cramming that down their throats, if you want to call it that, right? So I was like talking to a friend when I was in Japan, and his name, and then Justin was just like, yo, I'll help you film that stuff. Okay. And like even like help you post it. And he's like, I won't charge you too terribly much. And I'm like, all right, when we get back to Cali, like let's just start, because I have this little blue S2K, and I figured instead of selling it, because it's been, that blue S2000 was my daily driver for 10 years. 10 years I was dailying that. I had like a E46 and like a remember my FRS, the one that your buddy got? Yeah, so yes. Like I like dailied those cars for like a little bit in between of having that S2K. But I mean, I put a lot of miles on it as my daily driver for, like I said, about 10 years. And stuff started, leaking, and it just needed, like, the engine had 220K on it. And I'm like, it's time that I either sell this car or like rebuild it. And I wanted a brand new engine. And so that turned into, I'm going to just do this build. And I just finished the two electric Civics, and I'm like, well, I could kind of swing this, because I could sell the engine, because it's F22 S2000 engines are worth a lot of money. And I'm like, I could buy a brand new FK8 engine. You could still buy them brand new.
Okay. What do they run?
Like between 6,000 and 7,000.
Oh, okay. That's
They're not
terribly
like that bad.
Okay.
I mean, that's like a full engine with a turbo on it.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, it's like full of oil already.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You can
wow,
order it like
bad.
turnkey, ready to just drop in the car.
Got it.
So
okay.
I was like, I may as well just rebuild this car, and then I'll do a YouTube series on refreshing it with a FK8 engine swap. And I was like, I think I could get it done I gave myself maximum 2 months. I was like, realistically, I think I could do this in a month and a half. And that's still with like running my business and then having my video guy come once a week. He came a little bit more when needed, but like, it was pretty much just like a once a week thing. I would try to get a bunch of content, And I feel like I definitely like dropped the ball a lot along the way.
Gotcha.
It was like one of those situations where it's like, this would have been really good content. I should probably film this. And he's not here. And then I'm like, I don't want to bother him coming all the way down here. And then I would just do it. Or maybe I would shoot a little with my like video, like my own self shot stuff. And then he would like, oh, the card didn't work. Or, I mean, he would get some of the content. Or he's like, I didn't really like it, or whatever the case may be. And then so that content, like a lot of it kind of just got like a little bit lost, or wasn't that great, or it gets missed.
Yeah.
But there was some things where I was like, I have to show the process of the wiring harness. And like one of the cards got corrupted when I showed like the whole process of me laying it all out. I was just like, oh my God. So then he still came and we kind of like faked a little bit of it, just pull some wires and just crimp some shit. Okay, right? And then it was like the same process, but not the actual process. And then it was just a recap of installing the wiring harness. And that was really good because I was like, I have to cover this because it's crucial. So I had him cover as much of the electronics and wiring as possible, also the air conditioning, because the rest of it was a Science of Speed kit. So I was like, they're not paying me to use it. So I'll organically get that in, but I need to focus in the electronics and the stuff that I'm doing
For sure.
that I'm doing bespoke on that car. But I think that it was worthwhile to do, but the engagement was really low, bro. Like 4 to 10,000 views per video. It's not, if I look back, he probably cost me several $1,000s in video fees, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that at all. But I was almost hoping that that the videos were getting like 100K or something, and that I could monetize that I could at least pay for his time.
Got you.
With the videos. That would be, and then if that worked, I would have probably tried to do more of that. But also every build costs money. Yeah. Like you're not getting everything for free, and then nobody has all the time in the world. So fitting that in with a busy schedule is like, it's nearly impossible and I already have like 8 cars, dude. I don't need any more cars. I could build them for people, but then I don't know. I mean, you could double dip with social media, but I don't know if it's worth it. Like, what do you think?
Well, let me ask you, what value do you want social media to bring to you? Is it like at the end of the day like a financial thing, or do you want more eyes on your company, or do you want to put like show people how to do things? You want to be informative? Like, what is it? What do you want it to live on to be?
What I think I need is diversification of all those things. So first and foremost, I want it to drive brand exposure to my website, and like we were talking about in private, like a relatable face that people will like know, trust, go, I want to support that guy.
Yeah.
And then you do that by going to the website and buying a product that, you could buy a Chinese knockoff of my exact same thing that all it does is put me out of business and screw up everything.
Yeah.
Or you support that person that's giving back in that capacity. So that's really important. My whole business started out with teaching people how to do it the way that I think is right. I also think that, the opportunities that can arise from it. So like when we do stuff like this, podcasting, like with Big Mike, I do a little like show thing that's like very, very low traffic, but because of that show, him and I got asked to try out for that Super Street show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. And they ended up, it was an awesome choice. They got John, Nads, and Amir instead. And I still got to play a nice role on that because I was the wiring guy. Right. But there's a lot of opportunities that come with just putting yourself out there.
For sure.
Like when you go to a car meet, the other weekend, I met somebody. When I went to a car meet, I met somebody, and it could go nowhere, or it could be like a really cool opportunity in the future. So the more you're out there, the more things just organically happen, dude.
For sure.
Like if you never post anything, then you'll never get that DM where somebody's like wanting to collaborate or invite you to a car show or something. Sure. Like I mean, all the opportunities when I've traveled and been judges and even just like SEMA, right, is because somebody takes note of something and then they see a pod or they see a build or they see some kind of video and then they're like, I want that guy. And then all these opportunities pop up.
Do you not do you see your brand as just a wiring company that you provide wiring solutions and this is just what it is?
Yeah, and I actually, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I think everybody does.
Yeah.
And that's like, that kind of sucks because you can only do so much with that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the reason I say that is because like how I look at Downstar is
I know,
like
it's totally different.
is like a overall brand. Like my idea one day is to people to be like, "Oh wow, they do car stuff."
Yeah.
You know, but then there's been so many hurdles that we've had to jump, which is like, oh, the company that sells Home Depot bolts. Oh, the Spike company, you know,
Right.
and it just had to progress from there. But
Yeah.
but that was always how I looked at it. Like
You saw the big picture.
The-
And you
yeah.
saw the opportunity there that it's a lifestyle brand and then it does like all these different things, right?
well, ever since a kid, that's I wanted my own brand.
Yeah.
Because I looked at brands and what they represented, and like I wanted a like Supreme. I love
Yeah.
Supreme.
Yeah.
You know, I love what it represents. I love the things that they create. You know, I wear Supreme boxers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, why the fuck am I wearing Supreme boxers? I'm gonna wear my own boxers. So I got my own
Yeah.
boxers. And
Yeah.
then like I want to wear Downstar everything.
Right.
All the time, or I want Downstar to be involved in everything
Yeah.
because this is representing the seed that I planted and it's spreading and growing, you know?
Yep. 100%.
And like when I see you, like I feel like I know you very well, and I think that you don't represent yourself to your full potential.
I don't.
Because like I love hanging out with you, dude, and we always have such a good time.
Yeah.
And like I never see you put that off as like, yo, this is who I am. Like if somebody wanted to rep Rywire and they go to the website, they're gonna get wiring related clothes.
Yeah.
Wiring related things because you're not putting that out there. You know, and it could be just because of the name, well, it has wiring in it, but
Yeah.
like, man, fuck all that shit. What does Crayola mean, dude?
Right.
You know, like,
Yeah.
what does Downstar mean?
Yeah.
Like, it means whatever the fuck you want it
Right.
to mean.
And
you know?
like, Rywire, for example, if you say it fast, it doesn't even mean wire. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's Rywire. It's not Ryan Wire or whatever.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Or a
It's-
Ryan Star. Did you know there's a Ryan Star?
Really? What is it? What's the deal?
It's like I think they have like a star, like a Downstar thing,
Oh.
and it's like they're like, hey, these two dudes, let's just fucking put them together.
That's our thing, our side thing.
Shout out to
We're pretending like we don't know what that is, but we know what the fuck that is.
Make sure you check out RyanStar.com.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, dude, like, man, it should be, bro, because like out of everybody that I've met in the automotive industry, like you're top 5, bro, for real. And not just
thanks,
because you're just my friend, but it's just like how you are, how real you keep it, the knowledge that you have, like the things that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are it.
Yeah.
But-
I don't know. I'm like shy with my own like branding stuff. I just get kind of like weird about it.
So what is that then? What like how? Like why?
I don't know.
What
Like,
do you make it? What? Oh, I don't do this because I don't want it to be like this or that. Or
I don't.
What?
I don't like to feel like I'm trying too hard or I'm trying to show off or something.
For sure.
And I feel like and I'm not trying to say that that's like wrong or right. Like I'm
For
not
sure.
like
It's
putting
just- it is
you
what it
down
is,
because
yeah.
you do that or and like. But it seems like a lot of my friends that own brands, they're very much like they'll head to toe, they'll rock it. I just feel a little more like, I don't know. I feel like it's not like real. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, why would you want, like, I always like, I've shot down ideas for my own products because I'm like, you don't need that. That's not realistic.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. But then you want to be on the SEMA panel, right?
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
be the judge of Battle of the Builders.
Mhm.
But then you don't want anybody to like to think that of you. Like you have to take that fucking throne, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, I know a lot of people that will run with the opportunities that they're given, right? And they'll use it in their favor. And I'm more just like, I guess I'm just more of the type of person that's just like a, if you know, if you know kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If you know, you know. That's what I meant to say, but you know,
But like you should be at the pinnacle.
Yeah.
You know, like all these guys that are have these big, let's just say social media or YouTube, like they're, oh, this shop's doing this and this shop's doing this, but you're like literally doing some shit that's never even been done before, and there's
Yeah.
so much value in that, and there's so many people that want to support that and be
Yeah.
part of that, and like they want their world now is whatever they create it, and they're just like, however you look at yourself, they think of you as like, oh shit, that's Ryan from this, that's Ryan from that, he's done this and that. Like if they look up to you, you're giving them a good role model to look up to.
Yeah.
And then being like, well, I'm not shit, then they're gonna be like, damn, well, the guy that I think is shit, he doesn't even think he's
Yeah.
shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not like a conceited thing or anything like that, but it's like, bro, if you don't soak in these fucking, if you don't take these roses right now, bro, this shit's gonna end.
Yeah.
And it's going to.
Right.
We're already just getting old, and we're gonna. How many dudes do you know that are in their 50s and they're like, oh yeah, you know, just still doing the same old thing, but like you're missing
Yeah, I know.
that wave, you know. And it's just one of those things like, bro, post fucking 3 times a day. Who fucking cares, dude? Put that shit out there,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
I know.
you know, like, bro, and I'm not telling you all this because I don't know
Yeah.
everything.
Right.
I don't know everything to do, but just seeing you, and I remember when we first met, and then going to the shows, every car that had a Rywire banner, that was it.
Yeah.
That was.
Right.
You know, that was the
Yeah.
pinnacle, bro.
You know, and then I owe a lot to like some of those guys, like the San Jose guys are really cool, man.
Yeah.
So like all the Bay Area guys, you know, they were like they wanted to be a part of it, you know. And I, you know, made a bunch of stickers, and they were just like, dude, I want to rock a banner. And like all the ATS guys and stuff, they all wanted to like rock this banner, you know. And I was like, damn, okay, cool. So I wasn't going to say no, you know. So I gave them all like these sticker banners, and they all were rocking the harnesses, and it made a huge impact. Like, what was that? 20
It was 2009,
2009,
2008.
Okay.
8, 9, 10.
Yeah, and then like magazines were a thing, right? And then, you know, 3 months later when the magazine dropped, and it was like, fuck, every single Honda, every single decent car there just had like a big Rywire sticker on it. It's like you can't miss it, right? Yeah.
You know,
And then I just like, and then, you know, you can't keep that rolling like forever. It's hard. And then you know, people then they think, oh well, you know, if you rock a sticker now you get it for free. And I wasn't in the, I couldn't swing that, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't just be giving everybody free harnesses, especially if they're not like really close friends. Because I mean, what's better, like realistically, aside from, you know, what people might think about this personally, but there's no better person to hook up than your homie.
yeah.
You know, if somebody's really like, if it's like all the right boxes, like I literally was hanging out with like all the ATS guys. They were like my close friends, right?
Yeah.
And they all had the sickest Hondas like in the world at the time. Okay, this just fucking works.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Dude,
I'm
right place,
gonna
right
help
time.
you anyway. You know, I want to build these sick ass cars because it's super fun. And what's better than they want to rock your brand, and they want to show off for you, and organically you just kill it, because it's like, dude, what more do you want? You're hooking up your friends, everybody's happy, you're doing it anyway, and then all of a sudden, and your brand is like kind of, you know, within reason blowing up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's just easy.
And I mean, those days aren't past, bro.
I know.
Like they're still here.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember, bro, like how many people can you say where you remember where you first met them? I remember I met you at Nice. It was 2009 Nice, the second day, or the second weekend.
Okay.
And like you were with Morgan Jade. Yeah, and I met you and I was like, that's crazy, bro, because I was seeing you on the forums and shit. Like your name was like huge, bro.
Yeah.
And it's you just have so much legacy. You know, and there's the people out there need to know this shit. They need to know where this started from. They need to know the things that you've done, but nobody's gonna tell them that unless it's you.
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
And not telling you what to do. Like I said, I'm not telling you you're doing it right or doing it wrong or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's no way that you shouldn't have fucking 100, 200K plus on YouTube, especially like all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
That you've built, like this and the shop, and sometimes this, you know, it's just like getting out of your own way, you know, and just think about like what it is. I mean, if it's like if you're happy with how everything is, then perfect.
Yeah.
You know,
and
but
I don't think I am. I'm always wanting more, so I'm not happy with where I'm at.
And like that same passion, because we were just talking about it, like when we were on the way to Auto Salon years back, maybe even before 2020, you were saying like how you wanted to build an EV Honda. And we're on the plane talking for like 10 hours, dude.
Yeah.
Just bullshitting, bro.
Sure.
And you're just telling me all about it and what you want to do and shit. And it's like, look now, bro, you have like 3 of them right here.
I know.
So it's like you take that drive that you have and then you just focus it into, you know, like you say right now, like this is one of those times where you're kind of in limbo because, you know, everything that you've built, you're at this. So why not, like, from this point to SEMA, like, challenge yourself? Like, this is what I'm gonna do. But I've been scheduling posts, and I post 3 times a day before I even like start going on social media. It's 5:30, 8:30, and 11:30 in the morning, dude.
Wow.
And just every day, and that's just been helping it go up, and then just putting myself in positions and making things happen, you know, and it just helps because you look over here, you see something Downstar, over here Downstar, and it's just like, oh shit, and then it finally kind of sticks.
Yeah.
Just like back in the day when any Honda show you would go to, the fucking sickest car you had a had a Rywire banner.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, this is, if this car is repping that, this is what I need.
Yeah.
If that's what I want to be.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I had people like back then tell me like, oh, you know, I didn't win this category at the show or whatever, and you know, the car that beat me had like your whatever on it.
Yeah.
And like, I guess I need that then. I mean, I'm not okay, I guess, you know, like it was a weird feeling, but I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess you're right then.
For sure.
I don't know what to tell you.
That was like,
and if that's what your goal is, and that's what the guy beating you, maybe that is a direction you need to go.
For sure. And now you're able to explain it and to tell the differences about it and tell the value behind it. But like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to rep you and want to support you. And, you know, like rock your gear and apparel or whatever it is. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't have a lot of like people driving that and showing me and guiding me the way, so I got to figure out on my own, and it's hard to know what direction to go.
Yeah.
I mean, like let's like think about it, like that idea for those electric vehicles back when we talked about that. What year was that?
Probably like 18, 19.
Okay. So, well, I think I did that white S2K and like, was that 19? 19. Okay, so it was 18 probably when they were talking about it, and I was probably like kind of planning it out. And then, so it's like back then you kind of thought it as, in my opinion, EV was something that there's no political attachment to it. There's not like a guy named Elon Musk that's like posting on Twitter and doing all these like being like seemingly like a drug addict fucking back and forth with his logic, and he's just off the rocker and some, but then also grounded in other ways. Like there's not that guy. There's not like, you know, this whole thing about the political attachment, like into California, converting everything to, like, there was no talks of any of that. Like, this was pre all that shit.
Yeah. It was
right?
just cool.
It was just like something new.
Yeah, something new.
And then I was thinking about it like, wow, this is really cool because it's like a restart. Dude, this was probably a little bit before you really got heavy into like the Honda scene. But dude, it was like everybody was like just starting to build fast D series, doing B series swaps, taking it to the races. You're actually beating V8s at the track. Like, and nobody knew how to build an engine. People were still learning engine management. Like, dude, it was like the Wild Wild West kind of, you know? Well, electric cars now, in 1918 when we were talking about that was like really like Wild Wild West. Like, nobody, like, just scratching the surface. There was like barely any controllers out there that would even be able to control motor standalone and all this stuff. And like, people weren't going fast with the technology. There was just like low voltage systems, nothing like crazy. And there was no political attachments to it. It was like a good place to be. But as I started learning, and then now all these political things started compounding on top. Now all of a sudden it's like people, I felt this, and just, me seeing what others are telling me and suggesting to me, that now all of a sudden it's political. And it turned into this like, you could read this stuff right now on my Instagram if you wanted to. It literally is like, you build an electric car, now you're a fucking straight homosexual, like, you're coming out of the closet, gay pride, whatever. And I'm from California,
communist,
so you're and then you're a Kamala supporter, and then it turned into, now you're a Musk supporter, now you're a
racist.
Now you're racist. Now you're not a racist. You used to be like a sandal wearing freaking hippie, and then now it's like you're this like communist, like racist. I don't even know you have some political agenda. Oh, that I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid by like
people
the government.
that?
Oh, dude, yeah. They think I get like illegitimate like death threats, like basically just like whoever built that car literally should just be like shot. Like, they don't know who I am, nothing, they don't even understand like when BC first told me on the electric car that I helped him with that like people were giving him like backlash. I was like, why, bro? You have a turbocharged 911 and a turbo Civic and an NA with ITBs and then so what? You have this one like electric car, like who cares, right? Yeah. He's like, oh, I don't know, man. It's that's how we look at it, but that's not how people see it. And I'm like, really? And then it turned into just like a shit show. Yeah. And everything, like, it kind of makes me like not even want to post the cars.
For sure, dude.
Because people like fucking, vomit emojis go, like a vomit emoji is like the most tame response as disapproval.
Oh my God, dude.
Bro, did I tell you what happened at the Honda meet?
No.
So I'm just going to put that motherfucker on blast. I'm not going to say who it is, though.
Okay.
But a guy that, like, does a lot of, like, Honda YouTube stuff.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about cars, but he, like, thinks he does. So he's, like, he does a bunch of these YouTubes and Instagrams and stuff where he, like, shoots people's cars. And he used to always want to shoot my cars. Always want to shoot. And I'm like, okay, eventually I'll get around to it or whatever. And when I was posting the electric Civics, he like said a couple things on my Instagram, like basically like derogatory towards disapproval of electric vehicle conversions and stuff like that. They shouldn't be done to Hondas, blah, 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 like just talking shit. And I'm like, whoa, I thought that this dude respected me because he's told me multiple times how much he respects me, right? I'm like, okay. And then this dude like is rapid firing some bullshit on my Instagram. And I'm like, whoa, right? So I'm parking my EG and I'm trying to set up my little boot space at the Honda meet in California. It's like in IE, right? So then I see him, and then one of my other friends was kind of interacting with him, and I can read the lips from I'm like backing in the car, right? And then I could see that this dude say something to my other friend, like, or no, sorry, my friend said something to the dude and said, damn, dude, that guy's crazy, huh? Like, being nice, like like Ryan's fucking out in left field with these EV cars, man. Like, so cool. Like, he was showing respect towards me and saying that I was, you know, like pretty crazy for doing for doing these conversions.
For sure.
And then I seen homeboy looks and he just like shakes his hand and he's like, that shit's whack, bro. Right? And then I pop out of my car. I jump out of the car, leave right where it is. I get up to it, like right in his face, and I'm just like, hey, you know, you always want, you say you respect me, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, you're not showing any respect. He's like, you don't know what I said. Like, I don't know what the fuck you said. And I just got in his face, and I'm just like, bro, like, don't disrespect me like that. You know, he has like a big enough social account, and like, you know, he has enough of a following, and to publicly, you know, show his disapproval, like, keep that shit to yourself, motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Keep it to yourself, because that just spreads hate in the industry, and that connection showing disapproval, and somebody else jumps on the bandwagon, and that's how that dude doesn't even understand if the car drives good or bad or whatever. He just has a thing in his mind.
Yeah.
And it has no bearing on what he really thinks. He just knows it's cool to like not like that.
Got you.
He's never built a car. He doesn't know anything like that. And yeah, dude, it just really rubbed me the wrong way. I said, you know who's never gonna work with you ever on any kind of a, like, shooting a video with you? Me, because of that.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he basically said like, my bad, but I'm just like,
nah, fuck you.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that's not cool, bro.
Damn.
Like, I could read his lips. I knew right away that he was just like, nah, fuck that fool, fuck that build, like, fuck electric cars, da. And, you know, it's like I said, when I first got into this and learning about it, it was really intriguing, and it's me bettering myself. You know?
For sure.
I'm learning amazing things out of this that I can roll over to. The most simplistic thing is, like, for example, I needed to convert the cars to electric throttle control with an electric pedal, right? And I made a kit for the Civics. And dude, like, I've sold tons of those things because people also use it for electric throttle bodies for gas engines, right? It's the same thing. I need an electric pedal. I made a mount. I made a little kit, did all the like things I needed to do to make that work. And it cross-platform. It works on an electric car. It also works on a gas car, right? And that was like probably one of the biggest takeaways. Is now also people have hit me up a lot about electric AC conversions. And it's totally doable. Like on my S2000, I did electric AC on that little blue one that we went to lunch in. There's no Freon in there right now, but anyway, so that is all like a functional air conditioning system, electric, so 12 volts. And then the electric cars have a 400 volt electric air conditioning. So same theory, but I gained that knowledge that could be implemented to, it doesn't matter what kind of a car that is. So as little of the electric things that I've actually sold as a result of building these cars, there was opportunities there for gas stuff that I've actually like kind of taken off.
Yeah.
Just as a result of building those cars, and because it can carry over. But the EV stuff is really intriguing, really exciting, but just the price point is way too high for what you're getting.
Yeah.
So you're paying per kilowatt when you put these batteries in the car, and then there's no real estate. So because there's no real estate in the car, because you know it's all these shaped cornered edges, and you're trying to fit like square batteries and stuff into the car that were never natively meant to be in there, you can only really get away with running a really small battery pack. So your range is very much limited. So one of my cars has like really like bad range, if you want to call it that. It's like 70 miles to the charge. It charges really fast, but it's only like 70 miles. So then people think about it as they go, well, that kit to get that into my car is $25,000. And I'll tell you right here, right now, that price that's on my website is just a feeler, because I'm not even really making any profit off of it on my website at that point. I just wanted to try to come in super low and see if there's even really interest there. So I'm going to raise that price up, and it's going to be significantly higher soon. And it would be more realistic, where I can at least make like a few four, five, maybe $5,000 on it, because I should, for being able to put all
For
that
sure.
together.
For
I should
sure.
be able to make some kind of like a 25% like some kind of a decent margin on that stuff. But where it's priced right now, there's like nothing, no profit. And people are like blown away by it. They go, oh, well, you could buy a Tesla for that price, and you could get a Project Civic. I'm like, yeah, but that's not the right way to look at it.
Yeah.
Of course you could go path of least resistance, learn nothing. And, you also don't have to do a K-swap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
For
you
sure.
could just have a Civic, or
Yeah.
you could just, or a band, like just thinking about it logically, you do a K-swap, you're going to spend 20 grand on building a car. You could also just get a reliable car that's turnkey, that's
Yeah.
$20,000 down payment, and you could get something way better. So it's all relative how you want to look at it.
For sure. You got to leave logic out of most of the shit that we do.
Yeah,
Because
because
it's
nothing's logical.
none of it makes any
No.
sense to do it.
Like, think about your whole business.
th-
Your
th-
whole business.
I say that all the time.
You don't need any of that stuff.
I say it as like,
It's a
why would
luxury.
you need these? The OEM is just good enough. I'm
You're like,
with
so
that
it's a
logic,
luxury product.
With that logic, then
Yeah.
you don't need wheels.
Right. You don't need a Louis Vuitton
You
handbag
don't
either.
need nothing, bro.
No.
You don't even need more than 5 fucking t-shirts.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. If
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Let's go there.
'Cause-
You don't need to. You could have lettuce for dinner, bro. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we talking about? Is that where we're at in this conversation? That
Yeah.
we're just talking about the bare necessities that we need
Yeah.
to get from A to B. Like, is that where the automotive community's at now? Like, no, bro. Like, no. And that's
So
that-
why are you telling me and looking at it that way? Because it's stupid.
for sure, dude. And it's like, obviously doing something right.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for this fucking long.
Right.
Whether you think it's successful or not, I don't have a boss.
Yeah.
That's success.
Yeah.
That's fucking
The
success to
is in
me.
the- yeah, of course.
You know,
dude.
so it's
For
like,
sure.
and then you have those conversations with those people, and I just feel bad because it's like the place that you're at in life,
Mm-hmm.
that you're just not gonna get anywhere
Yeah.
with that kind of
Yeah.
train of thought. You're
Yeah.
not gonna get any. The way that you're interacting with a total stranger, you're never gonna get anywhere.
Yeah.
In life, and it's majority of people, and the shame is like majority of people that we know, majority of people listening right now, they're never gonna get anywhere in life because they have so many roadblocks in front of them, where it's like, well, I can't do this because of this. I can't do that. Well, they did that because they had rich parents or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
what about your parents? Like, why didn't your parents try harder?
Yeah.
Let's fucking, if you want to go there,
Right.
let's go there,
Yeah, let's
dude.
go
But
there.
nobody wants to have those kind of conversations. So it's just like, bro, just do your own thing, and that's cool. If you don't like it, it is what it is. But like, yeah, I see it, and I first seen it when you first came out with the EK, and you brought it to the Honda meet.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. When it was like
infancy, dude.
Yeah.
Barely had the engine in it.
Yeah.
And I posted a reel of it, and that shit blew up, and it was mostly hate.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck, bro, this is whack, dude, because I was there when you were thinking about it.
Yeah. Like,
And
we
then-
had the thought conversation for 10 hours on the plane.
And then to see it come to life, and then to see your unveiling that time where you showed it to everyone, the S2000,
yeah.
and like to see it at SEMA, and I'm just, from me seeing it from a friend's point of view, I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan said what he was gonna do, he did it, he fucking knocked it out of the
Yeah,
park
'cause how many people do you know or have heard about where they just freaking talk shit, man?
all day.
They're just like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then they tell you a million excuses why it wasn't possible.
Levels, I'm gonna do levels. What happened to the levels? I
Yeah.
just didn't want to do
You
it.
just didn't wanna do it
You
anymore.
know, I just
Yep.
didn't want to do. No,
Yeah.
you couldn't do the
You
levels.
couldn't.
You know,
Yeah.
And that's just what it comes down to. And that, out of everything, that's your superpower.
Yeah.
And it's not your superpower to cars. It's just that
Life.
power
Yeah.
that you have.
Yep. Because, like, I don't want to toot my own horn, because like I said, that's the last thing that I really ever try to do. But like, I don't really, I think about stuff, and I might like think about things, ideas and stuff that I've had, like maybe to my wife or something like that. But I'm not going to like put it out into the world until I'm ready to put it out into the world.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm telling you about that electric car idea, but I already been thinking about that shit for a year, you know? And then it's like starting to become a reality, and I'm like, okay. So like even this place, you know, this shop, I wanted to get this spot and I wanted to renovate it. And then, you know, like I'm not going to actually start talking about it until it's in the works and I actually am doing things behind the scenes and I like am making moves, you know, and building like this place, right? And having it kind of go to according to plan, more or less, right? I feel I'm proud of myself because I do things that way. Like every time I talk to people and I have these ideas and stuff, I get there, you know?
Yeah.
If I say, hey, I'm thinking about this and I don't know how realistic it is, I'm pitching ideas and I'm in the infancy of it. But yeah, like I kind of try to just be real about things and then execute accordingly and just try to pull it off. And I think I've been really lucky and I've gotten there
For sure.
multiple times. So it's
Yeah, like how many more examples do you need? You know, it's not until you come to that realization
yeah,
where it's like, fuck, I can literally do
whatever.
anything.
Yeah, whatever I actually set
Whatever.
my mind to.
You know,
Yeah.
like we were talking about at lunch, like I'm really big on manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes it's unbeknownst to me that I'm even manifesting it at that time. It's not
Yeah.
like I'm writing it down and I'm
Right.
like, today I'm
You
gonna
don't
do
have
this
to.
to get.
Yeah.
It's just like I put that energy that I want this
Mm-hmm.
thing to happen, and it happens, and it happens, and it happens, and
Yeah.
it fucking happens
Every
so
time.
many times. It's like, why am I so anxious about things? Why am I so anxious about the future and afraid that the next shoe's gonna drop and suddenly I'm not gonna have a business or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the fuck's gonna happen? But then it's like, how many times has that happened?
Right.
Versus how many times has everything went how I wanted it to go?
With very little hiccups along the way or whatever.
And this
Yeah.
is, I feel it's those things that I have to learn. So that's why those hiccups happen.
Yeah.
That's what I had to learn. But where I'm at right now, anything bad that's happened to me, I could tell you 10 things good that's happened because of that one
Yeah.
bad thing.
Yeah. I got a buddy that bought a house in a neighborhood that he really, really wanted to live in, right? And he was just like, man, if I have all these cars and, you know, he kind of got rid of a couple of them or whatever. And he's like, oh, I'm going to have to like sell everything to afford this house. And he like scratched by and he was able to get the down payment on the house. And it's like super renovated. Like, I'm sorry, needed to be renovated. So he was just like, oh, I'm going to just put in, you know, they call it sweat equity. He's going to just do a lot of the renovations himself. And he's like, I want it to be something great, but like I'll never have the funds to do that. But then his life adapted, right? You start to adjust things, you know, maybe it's, I don't know what, but you know, you kind of just figure it out.
Yeah.
Right. And now his house is the nicest one in the neighborhood. He has all the cars he could ever want, right? Or need. And he just like made it work out.
Yeah.
And then now he's even already thinking about like what's next and might move somewhere else or something, right?
Yeah.
So it's like he barely even could get in to that neighborhood and even get the most rundown home. But in just a matter of years, it's the best one. It's worth the most money in the neighborhood already. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And you just kind of like adjust and adapt, and you make that, you readjust your life accordingly, and you make shit work. Like, I'm sure that when you had your child, you were like, oh man, this is going to change everything. And then it did change things, but you adapted.
Yeah.
And then now it's normal. And then you're like, oh, let's add another one.
Maybe, yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, and
You
it's
know?
like, you always think about like the bad, but what if it fucking works out?
Yeah.
You know, you never think about
Yeah.
that. What if it works out? Because
How
it
good
can't.
could it be?
How could it? Yeah, like it's not gonna work out. But the examples that you have, maybe not now, but like, you know, maybe people listening or people that aren't around successful people or business owners all the time. Like maybe that's the examples you have because nobody's ever taken that step.
Yeah.
You know, I know personally in my
With your
circle,
family.
my family,
Yeah.
like nobody's
Yeah.
ever taken that step.
Yeah, you've told me that before, that
And-
you know, you're like you're more successful than anybody in your family because, you know, they were just they were just like the normal like steps in life, you know. They were maybe too scared to, they maybe had an idea, but they never
Whatever.
decided to just pursue it.
Whatever it was, I have a cousin that, like, bro, he is so passionate about fishing. And
Oh
he
yeah,
has
yeah,
like
yeah.
the fishing brand, and like, he hasn't done anything with it. And I'm just like, bro, fucking do it.
Yeah, yeah.
You are 1 year away from like looking back and being like, damn,
Yeah, like
this
I
is
made it.
I'm
made this.
making everything off of my passion. But he has me, but how many other people does he have telling him, like,
Right.
that's not a good idea, who's gonna buy that? And people
Yeah.
talk from their own experiences. And if you think that's cool, bro. Like, if you want to get off work and chill out and watch TV and go to sleep. Somebody's still in my car, dude?
Is it?
No, sound like it.
It's crazy because I could hear. Hold on, let me take off my. Wow, it's like it's crazy
It's
because
louder in
it's
here.
louder in the
In the
headset
headphones.
than that car outside. I think it's my neighbor's car.
But yeah, and then it's frustrating because I'm just like, you don't see what I see. Like, you don't see the possibilities. But I've
Oh, yeah,
been
it's
there.
just Chevelle.
What year is it?
It's like yours.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like
Oh
an
my
orange one.
God, dude, so sick. I
Yeah.
miss it, bro.
Or maybe it's just Camaro because he has like a Camaro and a Chevelle.
As long as it's not a Nova, dude.
It's not a Nova.
68 and up Novas.
No, Blaine.
Nah, dude, they got like the Bart Simpson head, dude. It's like all tall and shit. So if you're like a
Oh.
tall person, you could
Yeah.
drive a Nova because
Okay.
it's like real bubble.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Ugly, dude. But it's like, anybody listening right now, like, if there's something that you want to do, fucking just do it, bro. Buy some t-shirts with the design you have and sell them to your friends for a couple bucks more than you got them for, or whatever. Fucking do it, dude.
Yeah, just to put it out there and get it going.
But like, when somebody tells me that they're like, I'm hard up for money, but then I see and they're not fucking doing anything at all after they get off work, or nothing productive, it's like, bro, I can't hear that shit, dude.
Yeah.
And then I think of like the strengths that I have. I'm like, bro, take away Downstar today. Tomorrow, I'm hitting these streets and figuring out something to fucking do.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is I actually feel like I'm in like a little bit of a rut right now.
Really?
Yeah, because I come to work like 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm going home at like 5. And I've never really done that in a lot of years.
Like, you usually stay later,
I
or
normally
what?
stay late and I work on something. I got something I got to finish,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of just like coasting through. Like, we have a couple new products coming out, so I have to, be on it. But like, I'm just feel kind of like coasting and I need something to change.
Like a purpose?
Yeah. So I'm open to purposes right now.
is automotive like your sole interest? Like, if
Yeah.
what is there something else?
Oh, like
That would-
only like architecture and auto.
Got you.
That's really all I'm really passionately interested in. I'm not really interested in anything else.
Yeah.
Like, nothing passionately, right?
Yeah.
I mean, traveling for sure, but I mean, I could be a travel blogger, I mean, I couldn't be probably, but I'm saying, like, I would do that for a living if I had the opportunity. I like to travel. I like architecture, and I like car stuff.
So let me ask you this, right? So 5 years from now, would you want to have like a YouTube channel or a portfolio of content of videos and things that you've done and captured?
Oh, I mean, that would be cool.
Minus the financials that it would bring, minus the financials it would take. Just 5 years from now, go to your YouTube and then have like a whole line of videos. Go to your socials and.
I mean, that'd be super cool. But the thing you're gonna tell me is you're gonna say, well, you have to start right now.
I mean, yes, but like, I mean, even like you have so many connects and so much equity out there in people that you've helped out, and like
just like circle back on all those builds and go. I know,
bro.
I was like kind of trying to do that a little bit. I had that. Do you remember those trading cards that we were working on? So
Yes.
Dan right there he was the artist.
Oh, cool.
For those trading cards. And I just like took a bunch of like the really cool builds that we've been a part of, and then that, you know, people that were like friends and they'd be fine with me, and I would just like clear it really quick, and then, or if it was like an artist that originally took that shot,
Yeah.
like if it was a Larry Chen or Louis Yo or whatever, I would be like, yo, can I use this picture for this trading card? And then they would always just say, yeah, you can use it for the trading card or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And then so we would kind of make the art, and then we would make a little trading card, and I thought it would be really neat to put in the orders and stuff. But that was that was going to be like a little bit of a portfolio of all like the best like Rywire built cars or whatever.
Got it.
Well, built, and also the ones that just have our product that we sponsored, I guess you could say. And that was going to be a nice little like portfolio thing, but it never caught on. People didn't really seem very interested.
Yeah. They don't know until they know.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah. Like if I just continue, like if I was still doing it right now, then maybe they would be like, you know, oh man, that's actually really cool, and then they want it, you know.
for sure. Yeah, people don't know what they want until other people tell them.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
they want.
the truth of it. Just like those what's the craze right now? Those little
The
dolls.
Boo things?
Yeah, those little I mean, people don't know they want that until Korean pop band told them that they wanted it. You know what I mean? Like
that's the hustle.
Yeah.
It's like,
and then that's the thing also with like your and I's brand,
Yeah,
right?
for
like,
sure.
Like you were just talking about that collabo that I don't know if it's public.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So like that could be a mass, like that could be, if he's rocking that, he's a rapper, he's well known, everybody knows that guy.
Yeah.
That just like elevates your brand to something like where everybody wants it. I mean, potentially.
The way
know?
I see it is like, when I got into the BMW community, I knew it was going to be something hard to tackle.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was going to be, right?
Yeah.
But I know what I needed to do is I got to see who the big dogs are, who the movers and shakers are, who the ones that have all the attention.
Yeah.
And as long as they're on board, everybody else is going to be on board.
True.
And that's what I did, and fast tracked it, you know. And so
Yeah, it was good to see. It looked like it was effortless because you strategized properly.
For sure. And it wasn't even like I planned it out, but it's like this is how I feel, and it might sound like crazy, but it's like there's a energy field that I'm tapped into.
Yeah.
And when I give that energy field my attention and time and feed it and like pay attention to it, then things happen, right? So if I'm driving and I see like a Z4, I'm like, oh shit, we don't have a kit for a Z4, just driving. Oh shit, something popped up, another Z4. Frank, it's fucking time to get a Z4 kit.
Yeah. So then you go put it out into the world. Who's got this Z4 kit? Or who got a
exactly.
Z4? Bring me your Z4s.
Bro, we have the shop Basic Performance in Korea that buys from us, and they're like, hey, I want to get the super kit, but can you add a couple more bolts because that's all the Z4 needs. So I've already sold them a few kits, and it didn't even click in my head. It didn't even click. And then just a few. So
you already had it. Like,
I already had it, but
knowing.
I didn't. Yeah, without even knowing. You know,
just needed a couple extra M6s or whatever.
Exactly.
And that's that kit.
So then it's just like the other day I just put it on the website, and who knows? We'll see where it goes. But it's like I need to listen to the universe, and the faster that I take advantage of those signs that are sent to me,
Yeah.
the faster it turns into whatever the fuck it could turn into.
Right.
So like what happened with Chief Keef is that I saw that he had a BMW, and I like, bro, he's been one of my favorite rappers forever.
That's crazy.
And now he's in my universe.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make it happen, and it took from the day that I realized it to the day that he was at the shop was 30 days. Which that's probably
so
the
great.
fastest I've ever manifested something.
Well,
dude.
it's interesting when like somebody that you would think is like maybe like out of range of being able to like connect with.
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
But then the second that you have a mutual connection with them, it's like free game. Like, dude, doesn't matter if they're fucking Jerry Seinfeld or if they're the president, Obama or Trump or whatever. If Trump was really fucking into CRXs,
right?
He'd probably have a Rywire harness.
For
you
sure.
know what I mean? If he was really into whatever, like, you know, the connection's like there. Like, look at, like, Rogan rocks all kinds of people's shit. Like, Rogan watches Stanceworks Mike.
I saw that, dude. That was so cool,
YouTube.
Bro. Yeah, shout out to Mike. That's
insane. I happen to tune into that. I don't listen to him that often, but I like tuned into his pod because I listen to podcasts on the way to work. And then, it was like, this guy, he kind of like butchered his name a little, but then he like figured it out. And I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking badass.
That's epic.
And then, you know, like, he's got a Tesla Plaid, and Ben from Unplugged Performance, he did the car for Rogan.
Oh, wow.
And like presented him a full like Unplugged Performance Tesla Plaid with like all their mods and stuff. And like he, you know, presented it to him, whatever. I don't know if he was on the podcast or not, but like it's pretty, like, dude, people in our industry getting like, you know, because it's like, oh, everybody knows what a Tesla is. Everybody knows what a Z06 Corvette is, right?
Yeah.
And if that's what they're interested in, and you have a Z06 Corvette bolt kit and I have a Z06 wiring harness, then why wouldn't they want to get our stuff?
If they want the best of the best, and we've already presented ourselves as being in the best,
then you're going to instantly link with those guys. They're literally like a DM away.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I mean, in reality, like with your Chief Keef, he literally, you just post in his like fulleted fucking, you know, comments.
Yeah.
Hey, let's link up for hardware if you need it. And then it was like, boom, you got something back, right?
Crazy.
So, I mean, if somebody, like, I've linked up with people that I didn't think that I would ever be able to like work with or whatever. And it's just like, oh shit. Okay, cool.
Bro, then here's another crazy one. We were going to SEMA last year, and my cousin, the same fishing one, David, he's big. He's a big fan of Brandon Schaub, who's he does a podcast. He's like in the Rogan sphere.
Yeah. Oh, is this the podcast that we mentioned, that we talked about? For all those white dudes?
No.
Oh,
This is a different one. This is a different one. It's called The Fighter and the Kid.
I don't know.
But David was working with us, and he listened to it all the time. And we're driving to SEMA, and he was talking about it. And he was like, just came up, like he was talking about him just in conversation. And I was just like, oh shit, bro, he's like super into cars. Like he could very well be at SEMA, and we're driving to SEMA. So then we're walking around, and we're at the Magnuson booth. My buddy Noel works for Magnuson, and he built his Z. God damn, what's he doing a path? They know we're here.
There's a Lambo shop down the road.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And then I were talking to my buddy Noel. We got like hardware and stuff on his car, and then I look, and then Brendan Schaub is right there, bro. And I told my cousin, I was like, dude, look. And he's like, what? And then the guy Noel was like, oh yeah, we do work with him. You guys want to meet him? And we're like, yeah. So we fucking meet him.
Yeah.
And then like, I was like, hey, can I get a picture of you and David? So my cousin David got a picture of him. You're talking about a dude that just works a regular job, dude. Doesn't never meet anybody, and it's just like, how the fuck is this even happening?
Right, at SEMA, SEMA, random bump into.
But it's just like, I don't know what to call it. I don't know what it is. How does that happen? Coincidence? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know, how many times is coincidence gonna happen where it's not coincidence?
And you like said it too.
And I said
that
it, dude.
He likes cars, so he might be
at SEMA. He might be there. So then like we end up following each other, and then we exchange numbers, and like we haven't worked together because the things he's been working on are like they're out of our wheelhouse at the moment. But like now it's something that when it pops up, if he needs hardware, like he could hit us up, or if I see he's working on something, I could send him a kit or whatever. But it's just like
easy,
you know putting it out there and then seeing what comes from it. But it's like, how many times does that have to happen before I realize that it's something else besides something that I could understand?
I think it's just like, yeah, dude, the world actually is a really small place, I think. And then like-minded people like Ryan Durr that works with me, he was like, yeah, dude, I go to like all these like, what are they called? Not raves, but
I just know them as raves, like festivals.
festivals.
Okay.
So he does all these festivals, and he's just like, oh, I always like run into all these car people and stuff, and like if I wear like a car shirt, like it's like they recognize. And I'm like, yeah, because you're the right like demographic of people, and like like you go to in certain area, and then it's just like you're narrowing it down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the world's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, there's a freaking billion people live in China, right? But a lot of times they kind of stay in China,
Yeah.
right? There's a billion people live in India. They kind of stay in India. But then, there's car guys and people that are interested in different outlets are like kind of always traveling. Like you could just see me randomly in Australia because I'm doing things like all around the world.
Yeah.
And I think like there's only like 1% of people in the world that like get to travel frequently and have the luxury of I mean, no, if it's 1%, I'm just spitting
For sure, yeah,
pretending
yeah.
like I
Just
know
very,
what the fuck I'm
very
talking
low
about.
percentage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretending like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But like, yeah, it's a very low percentage of actually people that are, because 6-year-olds don't jump up on an airplane, 90-year-olds don't. So then your 25 to 45-year-old people are more prone to like traveling and going places and being at SEMA. And oh, you like cars? Yeah, of course you like cars, because you're in this community circle of like these people that like they like, maybe they like to like kickbox and that kind of stuff, and then they like to exercise and activities, and then they're into cars organically, they like to drag race or whatever, and then they're into cars, they go to SEMA, because what better place would you want to be than SEMA?
That's the fucking mecca.
It's like the mecca of car stuff. So of course everybody's there, right? But then that world just becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and then you'll run into like these people that you would have never thought,
Yeah.
And then now when you're in an industry show like that, you can really like link up with people that you wouldn't think that you could have.
Yeah.
And the biggest name in automotives, are actually just like normal dudes, and they're in the real like real celebrityism. They're not really celebrities.
But it's that I don't even think real celebrityism even exists anymore. Like,
yeah, now that's flipped on its head.
my son doesn't give a fuck who Tom Cruise is.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise is A+ list celebrity. If my son saw him, he wouldn't even blink an eye.
Yeah.
But if my son saw like I Show Speed or something like that, like one of these like gamers, like he would fucking
lose his mind.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. And then like honestly, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, and that's like, bro, those dudes are the ones that are moving the young generation now.
It's totally different, man.
Like Kai Cenat and stuff, Aiden Ross, like all these guys, they're
I don't-
fucking, yeah.
I've never heard of those names, but
I'm gonna play you something real quick, bro, because I know you just don't fucking. I know you live under a rock, bro.
I do live under a rock.
But it's cool. How's the rock?
It's cool, dude. Fucking just having to clean my pool all the time. Who's this?
This is Chief Keef, dude.
Oh, okay.
If this shit played like at a festival,
Yeah.
it would go insane. Everybody would lose their fucking mind, dude. Someone's gonna crash right now. See, I wish I was you that I've never heard this song before.
I've never heard this song before.
Dude.
Really? You want it to be that first time?
I want it to be like this is the first time that you ever eaten pizza. That's what that is. But there's
I'm
so many
fucking missing out.
There's so many worlds. You need to go. Come on, Ryan, come to this fucking show. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. But it's just there's a whole world out there.
Yeah.
So everyone has their like universe.
Yeah.
And a car dude's universe could give a fuck about Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise.
That's true.
Yeah. None of that shit matters.
Yeah.
But you bring a fucking TJ Hunt or Adam LZ in,
Yeah.
they're just like, oh, you know? And I'm sure you could call TJ if you needed something.
Of course.
So you're in
Yeah.
that, like, you're a celebrity in this shit.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just, even when it comes to like cars, like you're talking about Rogan, like that's something I want to put in the fucking the atmosphere, dude. Is like, I just want to meet Rogan one day, just meet him.
Yeah.
I saw him one time.
Oh yeah, where at?
Yeah, I saw him in Westlake. We were eating, and we were outside eating
when he was living in California.
Yeah,
Okay.
and before COVID.
Yeah.
And he was with his daughter, and he was walking by, and I'm like, oh my God, babe, there's Rogan right there. Joe Rogan's right there. And he saw me see him, and he looks at me. I'm like, what's up, Joe? He's like, hey, what's up? And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's just sick because like that dude is like my uncle. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't know it.
Yeah. He doesn't
You
know.
He's
like influencing you heavily.
so much, dude.
Yeah.
So much. And that to him, he's probably, I'm just a regular dude, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like you are, but then you're not. Like you have this power over a generation of males that you've probably turned them into so much of a more positive person than they've ever been.
Yeah.
You know, and they have that power.
And they've learned so much.
For sure, dude. You know, and we all have that power to somebody. You know, there's somebody that's looking up to you and be like, fuck, I wish I had the EV that you have.
Yeah.
You know, I wish that I could just even have my own job where I'm just working at a shop like Ryan's or something. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to have that, like have that be able to set that example for people. Because who knows, dude, even if it's just 5 people that you've influenced over your career to better their lives, that's like, now their kids are going to live better. Now their kids are going to live better. Everybody, like, it's like spreads like a pebble in the fucking lake, dude. It just, my kids are never going to know the life that I knew when I was their age. The base level for their life is going to be where they're at right now. Yeah. You know, so granted, you know, in the future lines, things it can go a certain way or what have you, but at least they know when their lowest times are the highest times for like when I was a kid. And that's like, it's dope to be able to give that, you know. And that's like it's just motivating to like to just know that the possibilities are out there to just keep like TJ says, like keep pushing forward, you know, keep moving forward.
Do you think that you would want that kind of pressure if you just walked around and organically, you know, multiple times a day people would come up to you or, you know, recognize you as, you know, for your podcast or for your brand or just for some guy that posts, you know, old ladies on Instagram? Hey, little boy,
you're so funny. The last podcast I did, I got one. Somebody called me and I answered it on the pod. Dude, I'm gonna release it soon. It's so good.
Dude, I get so many fucking phone solicitors, bro. It's so insane.
It's like sometimes I can do like 2 10-minute calls a day, and I'm like, fuck. I have so many that I haven't even posted up. It's so funny. But
hilarious.
I would love it, dude. I would love for people to, you know, there's a certain line, I'm sure. Like I don't want people to I want it to be genuine. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Or like you know like the interactions where you know somebody is like famous or something, but you don't really know what their name is. Yeah. That's the worst. Like I would never want to be in that kind of a position. Yeah. Because I've seen it happen before. Like I've been, you know, in LA or something, and like I didn't know who the person was, but it's like, oh, you're so and so. I'm like, it's like, what the fuck, you know? And it wasn't even the person that they thought it was. It was another famous person. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just like, dude, that's like the worst. If somebody like is all about you kind of, but then they don't know anything about you really. Yeah. And it's just like, you're just a face, but then you don't know what even movie it was. Like that would be like the worst.
I mean, you got to take the good with the bad. Exactly. With that. Like I met some dude at Harbor Freight, and
That's the right. See, there you go. That's the right place to meet.
Exactly.
You know, we were talking about the worlds get smaller. You go to somewhere like Harbor Freight. Now all of a sudden it's like
it gets smaller. Yeah, and he recognized me, and we started talking. And he's telling me about how like he just started his car washing business, and he's been in it for like 6 months full time. And I'm just like, try to give him as much encouragement as I can.
Of course.
And just keep going, bro. Keep doing it. Like, you already jumped off the cliff. Just keep building on top of that. You know? And
the only way to go is up at that point.
Exactly. So if I could have like those kind of positive interactions, dude, I would love that shit. And then I don't want to have to be able to like go to an event and just be like, oh, I gotta like my shit don't stink or nothing. I've think about it like at a club. Like when we were partying at clubs, I wanted to be in the fucking crowd. I don't want to be at the table chilling.
Like, you don't want to be the guy that's up at the top that is just clearly just paid for all the girls around him.
Bro, I want to be in the mix, dude. I want to be when we go to
you want to be talking to the people,
bro. Yeah, exactly. I love that shit, dude. I love talking to people because like everybody has their own story, dude. Whether it's like somebody super successful I'll have on the podcast or just a regular fucking person, dude. Everybody has a story, and I love that. And I love to talk. I just love to talk to people, and I think that would be dope. But if this podcast got to a certain level, I think it would bring some things that I don't want. Like course. I'm sure that like I was just listening to Rogan on the way here, and he's like, "Bro, I'm not even on social media at all." And then
he couldn't be. I feel like because I don't know. There's just so many people like don't like him because of so many reasons. Like recently with
politically you politicize crap. Everything, dude. If you're on one side or another, it's just like. They're not fans though,
right?
And they've never been fans.
Like, they've only seen like maybe Instagram snips
for sure.
They've never like listened to because he's actually like, I mean, even like my wife like, oh, you listen to Rogan, and I'm like, well, yeah, he's actually really smart about things, and he's not like judgmental towards any sides.
It's just very diplomatic about everything.
And then no, he's like super this way, and I'm like, And like people have told me he's super that way. I'm like, he's like not though. So he's actually really neutral.
Where are you getting your info from?
Right. He's just a realist of he just wants to know real information, and
for sure.
Like, tell me how it really is. Don't tell me bullshit. That's what I feel like that's his like MO.
Yeah. And I love that shit.
Yeah.
And I love people. I gravitate to people like that. Like if you tell me who my influences are, it's like a Rogan, like a Andy Frisella. Like this hat right here is Andy Frisella.
I thought maybe
this is the guy that started 75 Hard, and it's like personal excellence, and I love that shit, and I love my country, bro. And my family came to this country to provide a better life, which has provided a better life for me, and I'm providing. And this is what I represent, But this is my story. I don't know anybody else's story, and I have compassion for everybody else, in whichever way that they want to, whatever they think about, but I can only talk from my experiences, my life, the things that I've been through. And I know that I've put myself personally through the ringer so many times, and I know that people don't do that. People will make excuses on why they're in certain situations, why they don't have money, why they're overweight, why, and at the end of the day, it's like, okay, so what? Like, this is the hand that you're dealt. What are you going to do with this
what are you going to do to make a difference and change that?
What are you going to do with it? And I know that if you took one step and another step and another step, you're going to get to where the fuck you need to get to. But if you just stop or you walk backwards, you're not going to get anywhere, And I feel like with that mentality, I can make anything happen.
You can.
Anything happen. And I feel like that's the American dream to me.
Yeah.
It's like bro, I created a business, you created a business. Now we're providing for not only our families, but like, you know, your guys, my guys,
Yeah.
like they depend on
Yes.
what we've created.
100%.
And like that's a beautiful thing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Not having to like answer to anybody, and then to be able to have the strength to take on all that pressure on your own.
Yeah. That's heavy pressure sometimes, man. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing at all to be just, you know, having to make decisions and figuring out things that, you know, like, where do you go sometimes? Nobody's ever telling you, like, I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel like a lot of times, if I have an idea, the idea it's way easier to just shut it down, you know, than to think, oh, it's a great idea, let's do it, you know? So you really have to, like, you really got to like push past all that in your mind and what other people are telling you, and you have to just see past it all.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, that's the battle, is you versus you.
Yeah.
Because there's that you that has been through the same experiences as the other you, but it's experienced the negative side, the hardship side of it. And then there's that other you that's pushed through and then persevered in the positive side. And they've both had the same experiences, but one side looks at it one way and one side looks at it another way.
Yeah.
And you're just having that battle inside, and it's like, why am I gonna do that? Should I bring this on? Like, which move do I do?
Yeah.
If this goes bad, it's not just me,
everybody,
and my fucking cars.
Yeah.
Like, now I have this guy who has his legit family, and then other guys
all connected to it.
And then your guys are, oh, I just bought a house, and you're like, fuck, bro. Like, you know, it's just like, now I have the pressure on me, which, I mean, you built yourself for that.
Yeah.
Like, you've been through it so many times, and you'll get out on the other end. Bro, if you lost everything today, all the connections you fucking made, everybody that knows you, everybody that loves what you've done, you'll have the phone ringing, or you can make those calls and at least get you off of your feet.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
If everything happened, hey, bro, what do you need me to do? You know what I can do. I'll tell you how I got to this part where I lost everything.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not my strength.
Yeah.
You know, but like everything else. Exactly.
All that data that you got from that.
Let me work with you, bro. Let me just help me out in this position. I'm not saying to give me anything, just give me this opportunity. And then you just get back on your grind. That hustle, it's always in you. It's built in you. You know, but it's just like, but the whole thing is like the why. Like, what's the next move? Why? What do I see? Like, at the end of the day, I could see it. I could picture it in my head 5 years from now. Is that what I want? Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's turn the ship.
Yeah.
That way. You know?
I'm actually like really thinking about it, like 5 years or like a couple years from now when we do another podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, where will I be then? And yeah, like I said, I'm just in an interesting point, and I'm trying to figure out like what is next.
And you think about it like this, right? You see your position where you're at as like an uncertain place and like a scary place, but how I see that is like a freedom kind of place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that I have to do on my plate where I got to get things running streamlined. You know, like the place that I see you at it is like, you have the fucking world in the palm of your hands, dude. And it's not about money or anything. It's just about like having time and having that creativity inside you and being like, okay, now where am I gonna turn this to?
Yeah, I'm actually eager for another creative outlet. But
for sure. And it's a scary thing, because it's like, whenever I get to a point, like when I finish something, a big project or whatever, I'm like, okay, now that's over.
Yeah.
Now what?
Right.
You know, but
you want to take a piss break real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Go ahead. We're back on. Boom.
So we have this like cute little fan.
Go ahead, bro. You can take. I took my blouse off, so I'm.
Oh,
I feel 10 degrees cooler now, dude.
Yeah.
So I like that what you said. 2 years from now? So like, what are some things that you would, where would you like to be at in 2 years? Some things that you've overcome, not even what you'd like to have accomplished, but like maybe things that you'd want to improve on in yourself, or things, you know.
Well, I mean, like personal life stuff, I'd love to improve on that kind of thing, for sure. Um, but probably won't talk too much about that. But maybe,
For sure.
but maybe like for the business,
Yeah.
I think like I want to kind of focus more. Maybe there'll be like, I'm putting it out into the world, but
Yeah.
like what I think would be the greatest to not have to like think about these like day-to-day sales and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we can get like an account or something with like, let's say a specific ECU company, right? And they're like, you know what? Like we want to offer solutions for all these different engines. And what we want to do is we want to just be feeding you guys engines. Like, once a month we have an engine that gets shipped over to you, or you have to acquire it, or whatever the case may be. But we build a loom for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, cool, test it, get it, all those logistics ironed out, and then have it set up where it's like, we're focused with that company, and all we're doing is we're building those wiring looms for those specific engines. And we don't got to think much about it. Either, they could get them made and it would be some kind of a whatever, or we would build them and then we would be able to supply them, X amount of wiring harnesses of that particular engine solution. And then they would just go, cool, 2JZ solved. Here's an RB26. Here's a B58. Here's a whatever. We wanted this one to have to this connector. We want that one to have that connector. Maybe they have 2 different styles for each engine package. And every month or 2 or a year or whatever it is, we would just be building towards loading up that company with all those products that we would just sell. And like what I'm getting at is, we could supply to specific application to a specific company, and we're just tied in. Like we don't have to try to find all these clients.
Gotcha.
We could just supply these looms, and these same clients will just then buy that package, but through that company. And it'll be a Rywire product. It'll just be bought through X company.
Gotcha.
And it would be for that engine package that they have, because eventually you'd hit all the Honda stuff, you'd hit all the Porsche stuff, you'd hit all the Toyota and Mazda and Nissan and all those. You just start at the top. Toyota, you do the 2J first, and then you just trickle down and do all the different platforms. And every month we would have like a quota that we would at least do a prototype, and then they would always be in the works, and then manufacturing would start, and we'd be able to supply 30 or 50 harnesses a month or whatever to these companies for all the different engine packages. And then we wouldn't we'd have plenty of income coming in. We'd have good use of our time. We'd be focused on what we need to do each day, and that we would have some kind of like little like safety blanket, because we know what we're going to sell as soon as we get that engine package out. Okay, cool. We're going to sell them 30 harnesses or 100 harnesses or however many.
Yeah.
So, and then all the little add-on things that might go along with each engine package. So I think that would be like, that's like my, no pun intended, my supreme plan, right? Like that would be like the goal. The goal would be to still do what we do, but not have to really think about, competition in the industry and, people undercutting your stuff, and Asia coming in and, copying all this shit, and have to deal with all that logistics and tariffs and blah, blah, blah. It would just be like, cool, this is it. And it would just be very streamlined. And our outlet would be that engine or that ECU manufacturer's engine package or something. That would be like the ultimate. So I like put in the air that could happen in the next few years,
Yeah. Would you ever do any sort of other business?
Yeah, I mean, I would. I don't know exactly what that would be, but if somebody came to me and said, like for example, when I was talking about me and Mike were like kind of the potential of maybe doing that show.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I would do something like that, if if it made sense and I could fit it into a schedule, I would do like a couple seasons on a show, or if there was like a bigger company wanted to have me on like a YouTube channel as a specialist, and it was repeat. Like I would definitely think about doing something like that for a job, but in the same circle.
Got you.
Is that kind of what, I don't know if that's exactly what you're thinking, like, oh, just go be an architect or something?
I don't know. Like I
would consider things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like why not an architect?
I think you got to go to school for
really?
that, but yeah. You got to know like things that just being like having an architectural eye or really a passion for it, it might not be as simple as that.
Gotcha.
But I mean, maybe you could like work in conjunction with somebody that has that credential.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe an architect, but for like automotive house, things. Because, it's obviously really popular right now to incorporate your car into your home renovation.
Yeah, bro. That's so funny you say that. Like, I've been toying with that idea for years, dude.
Sure.
About like implementing Downstar accessories for your home.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I need to do it. This is probably like one of those things where it's just like, the universe just keeps bringing it up, and just to do it, just start like.
Because you could totally use hardware, or, like it would be like one of those things where the like celebrity, house renovation experts, whatever, start a line of a product, and then all of a sudden it's like, just your signature's on the face of it, and it's really like made by somebody else, but you're just endorsing it, right? There's like crazy opportunities that could arise.
Yeah,
right?
I know, dude.
And they just want to use kind of like your branding and your name to kind of make it something.
I think I just look at like every automotive enthusiast that purchases our product or whatever, and I try to understand like what do we all have in common, and then put that like where else could we offer our products. Like apparel, that's one thing, but just
that's like an easy one.
That's
like
a
t-shirt with a logo,
but I just want to do like some other different things. You know what I want to do, bro, is like all the glasses that they have at the mall, like they all have like the hardware on them. How do you get in touch with somebody who's building a mall? I mean, like, I know you're paying something for this hardware, you're getting it from somewhere, like, wouldn't you want this like upscale mall account just to look? What if somebody put an order in for like 50,000 fucking titanium washers and bolts or something? Like, how crazy would that be, dude? And I don't see that out of the realm of possibility. Or like, the go-kart companies or whatever, like just thinking on that kind of level, like supplying on that kind of
like
level.
An OEM or something like that. Actually, that just reminded me, I have to figure out a good day for a meeting. There's like a really small niche OEM that's like down the street from here. And Ravi, actually, bless his heart. No, he always like, dude, he's so helpful. Yeah, bro. He always is trying to link everybody up. And
he is.
Just really very resourceful and a very just amazing person. He just was at this place and this OEM, and he was just like offering coolers, for all their cars. Perfect. And then he saw that they were having issues with electronics and wiring and stuff. He's like, I know a guy. You want me to link you up? And they're like, yes, please. So I was like, he's right down the road. I was like, Ravi, dude, I'll freaking drive down there whenever they need me to go look at some stuff or whatever. It'd be really easy. Yeah. So that'd be an awesome opportunity.
Of people that like are so helpful is Ravi, dude. Like, he's put me in so many positions to win, dude. And just to have like his backing, or to have his good word, it's just like, I always try to like show him my appreciation, but it's just I hope that he knows like how much I appreciate him, dude. Such a good dude.
Yeah.
And like,
He's the best.
he is, dude. And I wish there was more people like him in this industry. Like
Yeah.
the way that Ravi moves is like something just to admire.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, he's not getting walked all over, you know. He's very strategic, but he never like does anybody wrong, you know.
For
It's
sure.
it's crazy. Like he's right there in the middle, and it's just he just the way he moves as a business owner is like I've never seen anything like.
I love it, dude.
If his industry was bigger, like if it wasn't just cooling and it was like, I mean, I don't know what will be bigger, but you know, like if he was whatever business, if it was like a world thing where everybody needed that product, you know, like a Kleenex
For
or
sure,
something,
for sure.
I think he would just be like the next, you know, he moves so well in our little automotive industry.
Bro, every time I see him on Instagram, he's just all over the world.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
And he
I
has
would
and he
love
has
that.
another kid coming.
Yeah.
So he's, you know, has a big family
I
now.
love it, bro. I love it. And his wife is awesome, and
Mhm.
just like great people.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And it's that there's so many people in this industry that rub you wrong, but then there's so many people that are like, man, that's a great dude.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that guy, you know.
Yeah, for sure. If
Yeah.
Robbie definitely helped me
Yeah.
grow in the
Same,
BMW
for sure.
community, like take it to the next level.
Yeah, he's very. I mean, that's one of his biggest markets, I think. So, he was just like he just wants he wants to link the right people together.
For
you know?
sure. Yeah, and
And just not expecting anything. Just,
Yeah.
Just I want to do this because I think that it's the right move for everyone. It's
for
really
sure.
cool.
Yeah, I've never had him ask me for anything, dude.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I remember when we were in, I always talk about this, when we were in Japan,
Mhm.
and he asked us if we wanted to go eat with some of his buddies.
Yeah.
And then we're like, yeah, sure, let's go. We didn't know these dudes, and it turned out to be the guys from Aventuri.
Yeah.
And it didn't even click to me until like a few years later
Yeah.
that I was at Impact.
Yeah.
And Ravi's the one that got me into Impact.
Got you.
Because that they were already sold out of booths, but
Yeah.
Ravi called the person that was running it, and he's like, hey, my boy needs a booth, can you take care of him? And he got me in.
Wow.
And this is going to be our third year going, but we're there, and I was trying to get linked up with IND.
Mm-hmm.
And IND's talking to one of the guys from Aventuri,
Yeah.
I think Bilal, and then I meet him and stuff, and I'm like, wait, didn't we have? He's like, yeah, we had dinner in Japan, and
Yeah.
and then the guys from IND see it, then they're like, okay, well, this guy's like, he knows this guy or
Yeah,
whatever, so
yeah.
it like everything just fast tracks.
Yeah.
You know, and we do a lot of business with IND now, and it's like that's like the pinnacle when it comes to BMW
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, I remember that brand. I used to when I used to get magazine subscriptions. Remember when it was like you would get like whatever magazine that you really wanted, and then it would be like $9.99 a year, and you could get another subscription.
Yeah.
And it's because it was like, you know, like it's just they give you a discount because you already have one subscription, and they just add you on. Yeah, and I ended up getting Euro Tuner.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And like the best BMW is like the IND cars always.
For sure.
And it was like, whoa, like I'm not really interested in BMWs like that, but they were always like the ones on the front cover. You see their stickers, you see their name, and it was always like associated with like the nicest ones.
I think they've been around, if I'm not mistaken, 2007.
Sounds right.
They've been around.
I think they probably. I think they hit it like hard, like I did. Like they got big real quick. Well, not big, but just like circulated really quick.
Yeah.
Because it was probably around 2008 or 9 that I had those magazine subscriptions. I want to say it's probably around there. And yeah, it was like IND BMW built or BMW built. Sorry, I keep saying that wrong. IND built BMW.
Yes.
And it was like really nice.
Yeah.
They were like always like really.
And what's crazy is that for Beamer Invasion last year, I had the M8, and we actually put it on bricks.
Right.
And so at the end of the show, I'm jacking the car up, putting the wheels on and shit. And the guy Anthony from IND, one of the fucking head dudes,
Yeah.
he brings a jack over and starts jacking up the other side and putting it on.
Nice.
And like doing it with me so I could just get it finished. And I'm like,
Sick.
bro,
Yeah.
that's like, that's what makes somebody like fucking, yeah, that's a good dude.
Yeah.
Right there, you know, because everybody could just be looking and like, oh, oh, they're packing up or whatever. But they were just chilling. They already had their semi and everything packed up. And then he came over and helped out. And I'm like, yeah, they're good in my book forever, dude. Those are some good dudes, man.
That's really like thoughtful.
For sure.
And
for
it's
sure.
like, it doesn't take him a second to just do it real quick.
Nothing, bro. But I'm sure he knows that like we're fairly new in the community and we're on our hustle.
Yeah.
And like
he just told you right there, like, I'm with you.
For sure. He didn't have to say nothing, dude.
Yeah.
And like I love that shit, dude. It's so tight. It's tight to get into a new community and to just be accepted.
Yeah.
You know, and appreciated. And yeah, dude, life is fucking good, man.
Yeah. It's funny, like when I do like events with Ravi and like if my car's in this booth or whatever, I'm just like a CSF salesman at that point. Like somebody asked me some questions, like, oh, let me find out for you. Oh, let's look it up together. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
And oh, yeah, hat says CSF, so I must work there, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was funny.
I love it though, man. I love that we're all just doing our own thing. And like I love that where I can just, the other day I called you about something just to get your opinion, because like I respect your opinion. I don't want to like steer somebody wrong. I'll hit up Ravi or something that. And we all just get it. Like at the end of the day, our companies are what they are. They have they have their different crowds, they do their different things or whatever, but at the end of the day, we're all just like, we all just started from the same fucking place, dude.
I got a call from my cousin and he's like, hey, do you remember my friend from high school? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, he's a really famous chef now. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I remember his like art and all this stuff. I was like, cool. He's like, yeah, he has a Z and his dad like passed it down. I'm like, oh, okay. And like have him call me. So that I've been like mentoring him through like the process, kind of.
Oh, nice.
Like finding him a shop that can do some of the service. And then, you know, he's like so funny. You could see the passion and then like the reality of it. And like, oh, should I do it? Because he's like very much like, okay, I just need to get it running right. Like, okay, let's start there. And then he goes like, yeah, the seats are kind of beat up. So on Larry Chen's channel, I saw that he had Recaros.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so you are like, what direction are you know? And then he's like, oh, I saw that like you have like ITBs. Like, oh, you know, like it's like all these like little things. It's like you could tell that there was passion there, but he doesn't know if he should like jump into that project. But just to be able to tell him like, let's try to get this tackled first. And then you can organically, if you feel the need and the desire that you want to continue this build and make it a build, then we could do that. We just have to take these steps. So like without even, I'm not selling him anything. I'm not asking him for anything, but I'm just like, this is the way that you need to look at it, because you're not a car guy and you don't know how to wrench. You need to be he like randomly will be like, oh, what do you think about body kits? And I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm like, do you need a body kit right now? No. So what you should do is you should spend a couple years looking at these body kits and do I really want that? Get well versed with them and go, is it something that I need aesthetically or because of wheel choice? But then think about it as, what wheels are you going to use?
Yeah.
Now what's the fitment going to be? Do you need that? Like I'm trying to take them way back. Start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, let's make the engine run properly first. And then you drive it. You go, is it underpowered or is it that the suspension is old, right? Like, let's say that it makes 150 horsepower or something and it feels underpowered, but the suspension feels pretty rock solid. Okay, well then maybe add a little bit of power, right? If the engine doesn't, just seems completely, like you figure out what you need to address first.
Yeah.
Is the suspension just gone? The bushings are all shot. Okay, we'll start there and maybe at the same time figure out what can be done and then try to find what compromise you fit into.
Yeah.
Like you can do cantilevered suspension and you can go crazy on those old Z's, but maybe just find a decent coilover, start there. Find a decent wheel and tire package that's not like a fake knockoff, but just maybe something that fits in your budget, but it's like a real Japanese wheel. Like you don't have to go Rays, you can go Volks or something like I'm not what's their smaller brand? God, I'm like blanking right now. Anyway, but you something like that. You know what I mean? Like something that's not like a TE37, but it's like more. Doesn't have to be forged, but it's just not like a off-branded wheel. okay, cool, go that route. And I'm trying to like show him what he should do, and I'm doing that because I love cars.
Yeah.
You know, and then it gives me a little bit of like gratification going, yeah, it's not my car, but like I want to see this project done. I want to
Yeah.
see what he does with it, you know.
Yeah.
And then eventually I'm gonna link up with him and we're gonna go on a drive. Like that would be rad. You know what I mean? To just see him driving his car and kind of enjoying it, right?
Yeah.
Because I do stuff that's so extreme. Sometimes it's fun to just let's build something simple.
For sure,
You
dude.
know?
Bro, I would love to have just like, I've been wanting like 91 SI red, just clean.
Yeah.
You know, vacuumed and cleaned, but just like have a squash air freshener in it and just drive that as my daily, dude.
That'd be
and
cool.
not even really trip on power or nothing.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I have the heavy in the streets EG.
Right.
And my plan.
Yeah, what's the current plan on that? Because it's
I
been
have-
through so many.
Yeah, dude. And I think right now what I'm gonna do is just single cam swap it.
Okay.
Well, swap it. Just put a single cam back in it.
Okay.
And
But
focus.
damn, those are expensive. Now. Do you have a?
I have one already.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And focus on just the aesthetics.
Yeah.
Clean the whole thing up, redo all the hardware, powder
Mm-hmm.
coat, whatever. It's gonna be a smaller motor, so you're gonna be able to see more of the engine
That's
bay,
true.
and it's gonna be legal, so I'm not gonna have to worry about getting pulled over or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't really have any desire to like build anything like crazy and as far as Honda wise, because like it's all been done. So
yeah.
so
I mean, even that like sleeved engine that you had for that thing. Do you still have
I
it?
have it.
Yeah.
And I want to
But-
put that in my Chevelle, dude. Imagine that,
That'd be
bro.
sick.
Yeah,
Huh.
because the Chevelle isn't that heavy. I think it's like 3,000 pounds. You know, so you put that motor in there. That motor I could make like easy 800.
Yeah.
Out of that.
And would you try to longitudinally mount it
Mm-hmm.
so it would go right to a standard
Yeah.
gearbox and it would
Just
just
like
be
turbo 400
Yeah,
trans
yep.
or whatever.
exactly.
I think that would be fucking sick. But I have that motor and it's just chilling.
Yeah.
Literally like 4-piston head, CNC ported, CSS block,
Yeah.
turbo tough rods. Like it's ready to go. But it's just I don't have the motivation. And I think of it like the car done and everything's ready and it's already done. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
You know, why am I going to do this? Why am I going to spend this time on it? What kind of enjoyment am I going to get out of it? Like I have my right hand, it feels good. I'm happy with that car. It's like perfect.
Yeah.
Where I want
Yeah,
it
you
to
don't
be.
touch it anymore.
Yeah, I
You're,
don't
like,
touch
kinda
it
done.
anymore. It's good, dude. I'll just leave it and that's where I want it. So I'm like, if I want to do something fun.
Yeah, and then
You
with that D series, you could just drive it wherever you want. You're not going to get like hassled. Probably.
sure.
I mean, if you do get hassled, it doesn't matter because it's still just a factory engine and stuff. And
Pull me over. I would love to tell you my story and I would love to
Yeah.
show you my engine bay.
Right,
You
exactly.
know? This shit ain't gonna do nothing. Like
Yeah.
it's not gonna go nowhere. But I don't have any desire to. Like the BMW is faster than any of the
Yeah.
other cars. So it's like, why would I even try to make that car faster?
yeah,
Like-
because it's like to make it to make a Honda faster than your BMW, you would need a drag car, and that's just not going to be on the streets. And then
For sure.
it's not like you have any time to like go tow it to the racetrack
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then be working on it all the time.
Yeah,
Because
I-
the second that it's a race car, you're working on it before every single event.
I don't have that desire at all. Like I've been so spoiled with the BMW,
Yeah.
bro. It's like I'll get in my Honda. I'm like, oh man, this is fucking hot in here, and just
Yeah.
so stiff.
I like don't really want to spoil myself with like a really nice
Yeah.
daily driver, like luxury car.
Oh man, dude, it's hard to go back, bro. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
dog. I'll jump in that shit and just fucking with the pinky out and drink tea, dude, and just smash on anybody.
So what do you think? Like, you think it's funny that I literally still daily drive that S2000?
That's tight.
It's pretty raw though, right?
Yeah, I
mean,
liked it, dude.
rides kind of rough, and it's just like
I noticed that it was turbo, but it just, I mean, bro, I'm just fried, bro. The 2 and 2 didn't even click to me, but I seen like the build thread on it,
Yeah.
and I seen you do it. And I'm like, dude, that's so fucking cool,
and like it's not loud.
yeah, no,
you hear the turbo, but there's a stock exhaust on
bro.
it.
It's
So
that's
you could
it's
just,
a
like,
perfect
just
daily.
drive it.
That's a perfect daily, dude. And I think that like I want like because I don't care about my car being like spotless, like my daily.
Mm.
So I wouldn't mind having just a regular hoopty Civic and just give me that feeling like I had back in the day.
Yeah, and I think that car kind of does that for me a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's easy to drive. You
A
just
fucking
drive it.
hoopty with a Type R motor in it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I decided to just not like paint the outside. Just leave
Yeah.
it. Just leave it as is. Like
It's sick, dude. It's super
rough,
cool,
but
bro.
fuck it.
Nah,
Yeah.
I love it. You never thought about getting a BMW again?
Well, you know what's funny is when I had that E46, right, and I was dailying that like a little bit for like a couple years off and on, but with the blue S2K kind of like off and on when like, you know, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's probably 10 years ago that I had that E46. And I was like, I could see myself dailying a BMW, something like this, like for forever.
Yeah.
Because the steering felt so good and the power was perfect, meaning it wasn't too fast, but it had a lot of torque. So you get the instant power.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like slow by any means. And I felt like it was relatively reliable. I mean, my E46 for me was always reliable. I just got lucky. I got it in the sweets zone where somebody had already done a bunch of service to it.
Gotcha.
And then I just drove through all that, you know, perfectness. And then all of a sudden it was like, probably needs service again. Okay, I'm going to sell it.
Yeah.
Right. And I bought it for 10K and I sold it for 10K. It was just a wash and I just got
Perfect.
free usage out of it. Didn't have to do any kind of major service other than tires and stuff. And then I was thinking, I was like, I could do, what's the V8? Is it an E92? No.
Yeah, the E92 is a V8.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
it like kind of older than
Yeah,
your,
it's
your
older.
BMW?
Yeah.
I was like considering something like that maybe as like a daily, you know, and just not mod it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was mods, it would just be like wheeled tire suspension, like, you know, just like not unreliable mods, just a couple things to make it drive a little better or whatever. But I don't know. Then it was just like, got rid of that. And then the S2000 just drove so good, dude.
Yeah.
I just really, for whatever reason, the S2000 drives like better than any Honda that I've ever experienced. Like I had an NSX for a while, for a good while. I probably put 20,000 miles on that car at least. And the S2000 drives a lot better than that car in my opinion.
Oh, really?
So I just think like it's kind of just a perfect car. It's not worth too much and it's easy to work on and like it's got the right amount of power and like I'm a small guy so I feel right at home in that car. It's very tight and like the suspension handling is really good. I just love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe if I actually drove an E92 BMW, I might think differently, but for the money I can't go wrong with that S2K.
For sure. Now, what about like a G80 or something, like an M3?
I don't know.
You don't think there's any
I don't-
opportunity for business wise to get into the BMW community?
Not unless I change paths a little bit, like if I did something different, but I don't think that there's a real need to put a crazy standalone on it. I mean, that engine could be a good candidate for swaps, but then that's not then that's not a BMW chassis. So like I'd be definitely interested in like just generic any car layouts
For sure.
and then swapping those like all the new modern BMW engines into them. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But me personally, like I don't think that I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what the right move is for me to enter
For
that
sure.
market.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, yours just makes sense. You know,
Yeah.
it's metric hardware. It's ready to go. You know,
I'm
It
just
is, right?
looking, I'm just looking at like anybody that's made the transition from
Yeah.
Honda, like KLM. They do like turbos and stuff.
Yeah.
They've done really well.
I mean, like I think that my market, if anything, would be the E30, E36, E46.
Got you.
Like
Okay.
that would be my if I just said I have to do BMWs and all these other chassis are no longer an option and like
Yeah.
Hondas just aren't, like let's say they all of a sudden didn't exist, or I don't know, I don't have the rights to do them anymore or something
sure,
like
for
that.
sure.
Then I would, and I had to focus on BMW. I think that I would be that E30 to E46 range.
Got you. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what I would probably.
Yeah, because those are the ones that they do majority like swaps and
Engine
things like
mods,
that. Yeah.
like crazy stuff.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
like turning them into full race cars and stuff like that, I think is more like where my head's at with my business.
Got you.
Putting standalone on something, you're pretty much like in it, like that's you're in it a lot of money and you're super serious.
Yeah.
It filters excuse me. It filters out all the like people that might not be there for the long haul.
For
know?
sure. Yeah.
Like you're serious if you're committing to like a standalone. It's like
yeah, definitely. But then I'm wondering if there's anywhere where you could fit into like the new BMW market too, which is like crazy booming. Like
yeah.
The F80 and up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 2018 or whatever.
Yeah.
Up, god damn, bro. It's exploded.
Yeah, I wish I was like a CAN engineer. I could maybe like, make some kind of like a CAN gauge or a flash tune or like a something.
But you never got into tuning?
Not really. I worked in conjunction with different guys to tune my cars and stuff like that. But I'm getting a little bit more familiar with it. Putting a Motec M1 on my S2K with the FK8 engine, direct injection. I'm learning a lot. There's an electronic actuator on the turbo, and that's really neat. And that gives you a lot of control for boost and all the different control strategies for the turbo. And that's interesting to learn and to figure out like the pulse width and everything and like all the background stuff that goes along with controlling the boost pressure. That's really exciting to learn because I was kind of new to some of that. And then the EV tuning. So like just being familiar with some of the software, figuring out, battery management and, how you control the electric motor is pretty cool. Yeah. So like all the tuning that goes along with EV has been exciting to learn. And I've had to kind of like just throw myself into that. And I've learned a lot. So I'm not like a tuner in the sense of strap it on the dyno, I'll make as much power as possible. For me, I'm a little bit more like going about it backwards, and I'm doing a lot of the calibration side of things and like the CAN integration things with the other CAN devices in the system. I'm like learning some of that stuff.
Got it.
But like tuner where it's like I'm running a dyno and I'm making power and I'm giving you your car back, that's like not the direction I want to go at all.
Yeah.
And I'm not proficient in that really at all.
Do you think that's something you could do?
Yeah, but I could also like learn how to weld and I could do a lot of things.
True.
But I think I'm specializing in what I'm specializing in. That's the wiring. And then I can organically ramp into calibration side of things and then just wherever it takes me from there.
Yeah.
I mean, even I've been doing a lot of CAD stuff because I've had to build things for the electric vehicles and even for my K20C S2000 build. Like I've had to build brackets and CAD things up and then have them made out of billet or out of sheet metal and et cetera. So I'm like making parts, which is a fabrication skill that's pretty cool because it's like a mail order fabrication. I'm literally designing it in CAD and then I am sending it to like a send cut send or like a billet place. I needed a couple things made in billet that were really like that weren't critical, and I just like sent it to a place in China and they just sent me back a few, and it was like super easy and fast.
Oh wow, really?
Just to make a couple like little billet adapter things and stuff that weren't something that wasn't on the market. Yeah. And I had to CAD it up, and then I just sent them. I had one of my friends 3D print it for me to validate it, and then I had that place overseas just make it up for me real quick because it was a lot less headache than dealing with like a billet CNC
for
place
sure.
Here.
Yeah. They're not gonna even want to touch it.
They don't even. Yeah, if it's not a military account, and they want high end expense. Like, dude, there was a CNC shop next door to my old shop. Never once I was getting stuff made. Like I had a machine shop, but like they wouldn't even touch it.
Really?
Yeah. because a lot of them you have to like know someone to even. Otherwise, you just go to Asia. They're desperate for your money. They would love to sample it out for you.
Yeah.
And they do it with a quickness.
Yeah.
So like making little like small billet things that aren't critical, just like you can make it out of any aluminum. It doesn't really matter, or like whatever. It's kind of like, it's just an easier path. I don't know about now with tariffs and stuff, but this was pre that, and I was just like, oh, this only costs $10 to make this. All right, cool.
Sick.
Just send me like 10 of them then.
Yeah.
I'll make 10 because it's only $10. I'm gonna be spending hundreds to make it like 1 or 2 of them locally.
For sure. So, from now to the end of the year, I know you're always traveling. Do you have any events or anything that you're doing?
Yeah,
what do you got on the calendar?
Okay, so I am going. This is just like everything that I have plans to do. I'm gonna go visit family. So I'm going to circle that into going up to Washington, Oregon area, visiting them. I'm also going to go to, where am I going? Holy shit.
Are you doing that trip with HPJ?
Yeah. We're going to Europe.
Nice.
And we're going to do the Honda Fest.
That's sick.
Is that Honda Fest? Yeah. And then we're going to just like go around Europe a bit.
Yeah.
And, it's in France. So we're going to fly into France, and then we're going to go up to, we don't know yet, but we're going to like drive around and find some cool Honda places and stuff and just organically see where it takes us. And then we'll end up back at the big Honda meet.
How fun, dude.
In Europe. And then I'm going to Indonesia for the IMX show again.
Oh, okay.
So they're having me out again.
Very cool.
And so I'm going to be judging at the IMX. Judging is like pretty crazy because there's like some really heavy hitter cars, and it'll be with Big Mike again. And so me and Mike, like, we have our work cut out because those cars are so hard to judge. Like, we are just like killing ourselves. Like, all we're doing is just figuring out what are going to be the top cars of the show. So that's a lot of work. And then the one in Europe is going to be real easy. It's just going to be like, hey, pick a couple cars that you like. And
mostly like an appearance kind of thing?
Yeah, it's more like an appearance, talk to people, that's the best. Because you don't have to work your ass off, because judging cars is not easy to do.
Yeah, for sure.
If you just have to pick a few organic ones that you love, then cool. Just, you pick them, you go, here's what I like. This is just what I like. It might give... I might not pick the one that's actually going to be like the show winner, just the one that I like, which is easy.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I'll be at SEMA again. I'm going to be judging for the Battle of the Builders.
Oh, very cool.
And that always is a big investment of time, because I judge the Sport Compact, Euro, and shit, dude, I'm getting tired, I think. The Sport Compacts, the Euro, and the exotic category. So that's like the cars that I focus on for SEMA Battle of the Builders, but I also help with the young guns. So all the people that are under like 28, I want to say the cutoff is, that's not official, but it's something like around 28. We have a really extensive process, and what we do is we pick all these young gun competitors, and we have interviews with them. So we'll pick a couple weekends where all I'm doing all weekend is interviews. It's like Skype style interviews.
Oh, okay.
And they're showing us their cars, and they're explaining what they're doing on the cars, and then we are like basically grading their cars, and we're going to pick to bring those competitors to the SEMA show. So SEMA is going to pay for their stay for a week, the car and transportation, and then put them into the event and have them be like the young guns competitors.
Got it. That guy Cam with the
Cam
E30,
Kokales.
He's gonna be bringing it out again. We have hardware all over that car. But I just shot him like way more hardware. I'm interested to see.
Is he bringing it to SEMA again this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
He's one of the main guys that always repeat, puts his car in the categories, but he always does really well, and it's always really good for him. Like SEMA, I feel like is like he has a lot of opportunity
for sure.
I don't really know how his social media is doing lately. I feel like, is he posting a lot?
My algorithm is fried.
Because I don't know that I've seen. I think I'm pretty damn sure I follow him, and I haven't really seen any of the updates. But maybe he's being secretive because he's like doing a bunch of stuff on the car.
Maybe.
But he's a prime example of somebody that brought the car to SEMA, entered the competition, and then because of his drive and his ambition, like he's really serious about what he's doing.
For sure.
And he's able, I could see him in 10 years be like, you know, owning a company like Roadster Shop or something. Like I could see big shit from him for sure.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
And there's a lot of people that have crazy potential, but like the SEMA show just makes it like, just gives them the opportunity, and it's just makes really fast paces your drive.
Yeah.
You could come out of that show and like just start getting phone calls.
Well, I know after he built the FRS.
Yeah.
After that SEMA, it like helped out.
Oh yeah.
Him a lot, which transitioned into the E30, and then it's just gonna keep growing. Like he taught himself from, I think if I'm not mistaken, just like taught himself how to weld with a Harbor Freight welder, and like just build that FRS, and then now the E30.
Sounds
like,
right.
Like he's a legend, bro. And I totally agree with you, dude. In the future, I could see him being like, you know, a staple in the community.
And I think he's grown a lot as a person too, because he used to be really like reserved and like he wasn't outgoing, and now he's wearing a cowboy hat and standing on his car,
talking to people,
and
I love it, bro.
Just so enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. But shout out to you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for your time. And I'm trying to do auto salon in January.
Really?
Let's put that in the fucking atmosphere, dude. Yeah, dude.
Okay, I'm down. If you're gonna commit,
I gotta ask my wife.
She'll let you.
She will, but she wants to go to Japan. So I'm like, dude, if I could finesse a trip before, take the family,
and then fly him back. And then
no. Like maybe September or so.
Okay.
Go, because I've never went when it wasn't like freezing.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, when is? Just check the weather, dude, because it could get really hot and muggy, and then obviously like ridiculously cold.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a prime time to go.
But that's on my bucket list. I want to take the whole family out there.
Or if you've already missed that window, which I kind of feel like you might have missed that window, or it might be like right now.
Yeah.
Potentially just promise them after you go that you'll take them.
Just buy her. I'll buy you something, babe. Yeah. It's not her. It's just like my daughter was so young, bro. And it's like, I hate to be away, dude.
I know.
I hate it so much. And it's so fun. I enjoy it every day, just reading a book to her and like laughing, and it's crazy, dude. Like,
that's good,
dude.
man.
To be a dad is nuts, bro. It's like to my son is one thing, but to like a little girl, and then she's like me and like her mom, and bro, it's fucking amazing. That's like a new meaning of life, dude.
Yeah,
I love it so much, bro. But I enjoy that time, you know, and I think I owe it to myself. Like, that's probably some of the best memories I've had on trips are with you.
Awesome.
You know,
thank you.
Going to Japan and having these crazy ass days that are just full fun-filled, fun-filled days.
Dude.
Bro, I forgot so much shit that I've done. Like, I'll look through an old phone and be like, oh shit, I can't believe we did that.
Yeah,
we've been there. And
just load your life with really freaking awesome experiences.
Crazy, dude.
That's how you like look back and you'll feel that your life was like fulfilled.
Remember when we went to H-Day and we got that house in Princeton?
Dude, that was
everybody
sick.
was there and we're chilling.
That was that like mid-century house. That was super cool.
Dude. And then fucking that dude did snot in his hand.
Oh yeah,
slapped it on the floor.
Hey, people are different all around. All around the states, man.
The homie Jeff was there. Rest in peace, dude.
That's right.
Like, crazy, good times, you know. And hell yeah, let's make more of them, dude.
For sure.
I love it, man.
Sounds like a plan.
So before we get out of here, bro, where can people find you at if they want to follow along with your journey and your YouTube channel?
My YouTube is, what is it? At Rywire. I forgot. Just search at Rywire and it's probably
search Rywire, you'll find it.
Yeah, and then on Instagram it's Rywire_motorsport.
Dude,
Because I changed it.
Oh yeah.
I think
I like it.
I think you told me to make it shorter.
It was too long.
Yeah.
It was really, really long. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. Now, and then with the SEMA, we're gonna see you at, let's say, McGuire's booth Wednesday, 3 p.m. You're gonna be signing autographs.
Am
right
I?
there.
What do you? Why?
I don't know.
Oh, you're
I'm
just like, yeah.
putting it out there.
McGuire's. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Insert whoever.
Okay. Yeah. Insert. Okay.
Toyo.
Okay.
You're gonna be with the model girls right there.
Signing.
Yeah, they're gonna just pass it to you. You're gonna sign it right there, dude.
Yeah, maybe one day. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But dude, it was good catching up, man.
Hey, likewise, bro. Okay. All right, guys, and thank you for hanging out with us once again. This is Downtime with Downstar, and we out. Peace.